Hello, everyone, and welcome to Adventures in Rokugan, Legends of the Five Ring, and we're starting episode 7. Okay, now actually recap. During episode 6, the heroes were tasked to visit one of the village down south with a crane. But during that time, the goblins attacked the village, the player's village, known as Komori Village. And during this attack itself, the heroes within that village receive a letter to actually travel down to Casamora village to actually seek out the others to ensure that are they safe, is there something wrong. But the moment these two other heroes arrive at Casamora village, then something else actually happened. There was a rogue Shugenka. There was actually somewhat attacking the crops, the livestock of the village itself, but not its people, not its citizens, not the farmers. So during this time, Anjin Kakita was asked by his leader to actually investigate this. Kakita Anjin knows the land really, really well. And when he actually brought these other samurais and also like somewhat like Kurunai, Hitsumi Muramoto, Togashi Asho, and Kabuki Doji, that was then they actually fought undead. But even without a ritualist, they were able to quell the souls of the undead and then after that putting them to rest because these undeads were just recently raised from the ground and their souls was confused what to do. Are they in battle? They would not be able they were not able to communicate with the living. If there was a ritualist among the group, at least the ritualist could actually communicate with the dead and ask them how and why. But as they traveled further, they met up with the Rogue Shugenka or the Rogue Ritualist, and she was unhappy, but she was also distraught at the same time. Her mind was unclear. She was tasked to do something, but the moment she met these other samurais, the heroes of the Crane, the Dragon Clan, and many more, they talked to her. She refused to cast her spells, and then, after she fell, a mysterious figure appeared before her, grabbed some sort of magical crown, like a circlet, from this woman's forehead, and then vanished, giving some sort of shockwave that knocked her out unconscious. And it was here during this time, days later, that Kuronai, Hitsumi, Togashi, Kabuki, and Anjin was still at Kasamura village, waiting for her to wake up from her long rest. Meanwhile, at the village itself,
Took us just half a day to handle things. This guy should be impressed.
yes, Daiso Kakita was surprised to see you returning with an unknown woman. The people were surprised who she was, but due to her garb itself, it could your people are unsure what is she from. There's no tattoo on the body, but the woman of the village actually cleaned her up. But she's currently resting inside the inn. And as she was resting, Kuronai, Hitsumi, Togashi, Kabuki, and Anjin. He looked at Daiso Kakita. He was shocked. He was surprised. But at the same time, he was happy. Risiko, Kakita, was happy. And then, Anjin, as you stood there, you sat there next to Daiso Kakita. You have been acknowledged now from the village people, the farmers. The rice is slowly coming back from its decayed state to its normal state. Farmers itself were just going out to normal business, plucking out and getting rid of all the dead rice and then taking in the good one. Daiso then said to you, this rice is served. Anjin Kakita-san, will be good to be sent to our emperor as a gift. Now, as the current fruit of the harvest is coming, I believe that with Kamori village, we can combine our trade together and then head north to visit the emperor itself and give this gift to him. But of that woman in particular, the people of the village is asking me to That is not part of our crane, but we refuse to actually assassinate her or send her to her death. But we need answers from her. And then after that, Daiso Kakita, they look to you, Kabuki Doji. Kabuki Doji, as a man of principles and a man, as a diplomat, what do you think that we should do with her? Kabuki, do you?
You're muted, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
All right, let me turn on some music.
So, pardon me, Kakita Domo, but my head was in the metaphorical clouds. If you could repeat that one more time.
He's basically asking your opinion regarding the woman since they don't want to execute her. So
Okay.
he's asking like what we should do regarding her.
Well, I believe she was manipulated, a victim outside her own circumstance and her own control. If she can find a way to redeem herself for what she has done, I say we let her take it.
Daiso Kakita said, how would she redeem herself? Is there any possible way? How, when you said redeem herself, is she going to redeem herself by her own? Or are you going to redeem her for what she have done? He was actually confused of what you just said, Kabuki Doji. Who's going to be the redeeming?
If she summoned the dead, then she should learn how to do the opposite, which is, help banish them.
Yes,
I mean,
I
pretty much the logical choice. Plus, our clan does not have somebody like her. We need to know her exact extent of her abilities. That's why, if Lord Daiso wishes, we could take her into our clan, but we'll have her abilities shared between your clan and ours to officially make it into an alliance. That way,
yes.
if similar problems was to arise in the future, at least you'll know that you'll have a clan with a pretty much somebody who knows how to banish the undead.
Right? Okay. Corona, you just mentioned that. Okay, next person. Okay. Hitsumi, do you have anything to say? You heard what Kabuki said and what Kurunai said.
And it all, add in. Well, yeah, we should know a little bit more about her to understand her own situation. What led her? Well, we know somewhat what led her to this thing that she did. Uh, We we should give her her own chance of telling her own story, and then we'll decide.
I mean, we got lucky facing the dead. They were just like, what, a few hours old? I doubt the next time we face an undead who's been there for 2 to 3 days, we're gonna get lucky by just simply praying. But I've never seen this type of magic before. Felt unreal. What do you think, Doji? Have you ever seen something like this before?
Okay. This is where it gets tricky for Kabuki because as a spirit, he's well over 500 years old, but he can't let on that fact. So he's just going to say, "No, I do not believe I have." Why do you ask?
Because I got a sense that this thing could be nothing more than the prelude into something even bigger. The dead are coming back from the ground, and who knows what else life has installed for us. We've handled this thing with pretty much as little casualties as possible, but we were lucky. We went on a whim and a prayer, and it worked.
Quite literally on a prayer. But yes, I'm only dreading the prospect of what happens if this is the work of the. And he mumbles something under his breath. Like, if this is the work of the...
Once I come back, I'll write a full letter explaining this whole situation to our Busho and see what else he has to say about it. Until then, the only thing I can do, what we can do here, is just simply wait. Plus, the goblins near my village have made an attempt, according to Hitsumi and Togashi, so can't stay here for long. I have to go back and handle that problem as well. One problem after the next. Are we being tested? If so, what's the point? What do you think, Asho?
Seems like it. Seems like we are being tested.
But what's the point? What's the end goal of this test?
Much of the
Who
point of the
knows?
test is to not know.
She basically like looks into, the like the street, and she can hear like the children's laughter and whatnot. She said, "Is it the point is to see what we'll do regarding the people? I dread the fact that anything might happen to any of our villages. I dread the day where I have to walk in and see a pile of corpses."
I dread that day as well.
Lord Daiso, what do you think?
Then he looks to you, Kurunai. What do I think? Then he turns to Anjin Kakita. Anjin Kakita, your thoughts would be needed during this time and matters.
Lady Cora and I, we have much on our plate as it is. But Kabuki speaks true. This woman was a pawn in someone else's larger game. If anything, she has owned much compassion, and we should forgive her for the blame that is placed at her feet. I understand the villagers' fears. Magic is dangerous at best. But this wasn't. The undead weren't from some malicious intent. It was from the heart of a grieving woman being manipulated. She's owed nothing more than compassion and freedom, if that is what we all wish. I don't believe we should force her to come back with us. We should leave it up to her.
Right. Well, Kurunai is in the... Okay. Doji, since Kurunai is not here physically, so you heard what Anjin Kakita said. Okay, Doji, to you, and then after that to Asho, then to Hitsumi.
Well, of course, if she wishes for a shot at, if she wishes for her chance at redemption, then by all means give it to her. But though I loathe the concept of this, and say what you will, there are less wholesome ways to regain lost honor, and if that is truly what is best for her, then I loathe to think, but it might be the best option. I'm not sure.
Okay. Hitsumi, your turn.
I think that she deserves redemption, and if if it's chosen that, God forbid, that she's wrongfully hurt by the villagers here, and if that's what they decide, and I bear to hate that thought, but I believe that she deserves a second chance.
Okay, good. All right, Asho, your turn.
It is her decision wherever she goes. Hopefully, she chooses the right one.
Okay.
But which one is the right one?
Okay. Lastly, Kurunai, to you, you can continue to roleplay in this room to the rest of them, or you can go to the inn and talk to the woman, or to the girl actually, not a woman.
She basically like looks at her teacup before putting it on the floor, and she basically says to everybody, with permission, I'd like to talk to her if she's awake, because I want to ask her some questions myself, like, how the hell did she even get her hands on that level of power? And Kakita, would you join me in this? This is your village after all, and you need to ask her the same questions as I do. Perhaps even more.
Okay. Right.
I would be happy to join you.
She basically just, stands up, give a respectful bow as she walks out. I'll just put yeet myself to where the woman is and just wait for, everybody there.
Okay. All right. Kurunai, you got up, you bowed to Daiso Kakita, and Risiko Kakita also bowed to the rest of you. And then Anjin, you got up, and then Doji Kabuki and Asho and Hitsumi, you also did the same thing. Okay, Kurunai, as you actually head there, you can see that this woman is still lying on the bed. And as you arrive, she opened up her eyes. And when she opened up her eyes slowly, she said, "Where am I?" in a soft, weak voice.
I just simply sit by her side and say, "You're currently in Lord Daiso's own village. In one of his many hospitable homes. I assume you remember what you have did?"
She looks and said, I don't remember much. Then she got up and she said, then she just sat up and then looking at Hitsumi and turned to you, Kurunai, and then looking at Anjin. And she asked, "Who are you people?"
I'm the one who basically put an end to your genocidal act.
Genocidal? She asked.
I'm going to enter the I'm going to enter at this point and say it's a very long story. You might wish to stay sitting down. What we have to say of the events that have transpired are quite shocking even to us.
Doji, you're very good at retelling things in our clan, so feel free to tell her. Neither the mood nor even the strength to retell everything that woman did to her.
Where to begin? Well, I guess we start at the beginning. So, simply put, something had overtaken you. A force unlike any I have seen before. And you start. I guess you were not in control of yourself. You started raising the dead from their slumber with your mystic Shugenja abilities. You were raising the dead from their slumber. We were able to put them to rest. And you said this was something to do with. We confronted you, and you said it was something to do with avenging someone. And then some mysterious lady of white just came, stole your life force, or I guess the source of your power, and ran. It was incredibly surreal and like something from a tale I would have read. But you do not have any memory of this?
Okay. You talk to her though. Trying to let her remember. Roll for your Investigation versus insight.
Wrong investigation. Okay. An 8 on investigation. I doubt that succeeds.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. All you guys got. I forgot. All you guys received 3 hero points from the last session. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
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 The hero
Yep.
points are 1d6.
There are many ways to use hero points in this game other than just a 1d6. If you look at the screenshot that I shared a few days ago, there are many ways. I think I even put it in a game even here. But anyways, okay. You roll for your investigation. Kabuki, you actually ask her that, but she looks at you and she can't. She told you, what? Woman? The dead? I, I didn't think I have those abilities. And then, okay, Doji, then you're done. Okay, Anjin Kakita, your turn.
Well, Kunai and Doji are reminding her of what transpired. Anjin would be busy making tea. He would come over, sit beside everybody, and just here. He would hand a cup to the young woman.
Hey, you handed
Drink this.
a cup of tea to her. Then she look at it. Then she sip it slowly. And then she looks at you, looks at your garments, and then after that, oh, am I in the Green Village?
You are in Casamora.
Ah, that's very far from where I am.
Where did you hail from?
Then after that, she said, "Ah, me." Okay. Then she was holding her head tight. Then she was holding it. Okay. Anjing, kita roll for persuasion DC 5.
Wrong one. Give me one sec. There we go.
All right.
Like
Then
that.
when you give her the tea, she hold her head. Then she was like, then after that, then she said, I'm from Nigeria, the province of Nigeria. From Shiba.
That's a long way from here.
All right. Okay. Before you even say that, okay.
Oh, okay.
You need to roll for your survival check. DC 5, mostly for everyone. Just don't
rolled
get
it.
below that 4. All right. Okay. Okay, Kurunai, then you can actually say that. Okay, Anjin knows it really well. Okay, Anjin is the one that roleplay first, and Anjin that is really far from where you currently are, but not really that far. If you were to use a carriage, and then after that maybe a fast horse, give or take, if they just follow the road to where you are currently, heck, maybe just like a week, like
So we
non-stop
could travel
travel.
by carriage or horse. But why did you come towards Craneland? What brought you here?
Why am I here? She looks at you. Did you bring me here? Is my... Then she start to look around, left and right. Where are my family? Where are my siblings?
When we found you, you were practically summoning the dead, saying you want to avenge them.
Can I get a medicine check?
Yeah, sure. Medicine check. DC 15. Ah, by 1 point. You can use a hero point.
Yeah, you could actually use a hero point.
Sure,
Right.
take the time.
Okay. And you notice something though. On her, you notice a bruise behind her neck, like a slight bruise, as if that she got grabbed by Somebody grabbed the back of her neck, and you can see the fingers bruise, the fingerish bruise on her neck itself. And then after that, you can see on her forehead another type of bruise, like a circular bruise that goes around 360 degree on top on her head, which indicate where the crown was. But she's looking around and she doesn't know what's happening. Maybe maybe she got knocked so hard that she got a slight like amnesia or something.
Anjin would just kind of sigh for a moment and forgive me. What is your name?
Okay. Then she said, "My name's Sayo. Sayo
Hi.
Asako. Sayo Asako."
Osaya. It's good to meet you. My name is Kakita Anjin. With me are Togashi Asho. He would point. This is Minamoto Hitsumi. He would also point. And this is Lady Kurenai and Doji Kabuki. Right now, you are in the lands of the Crane, in the village of Kasamori, lorded over by Lord Daiso. You are about a week away from your home village. I don't know what happened to your family. All I know is what happened to transpire when we arrived, when we met you. The undead had been summoned, and we believed you to be the cause, only for you to be a victim in someone else or something else's horrid game. We want to give you the option of coming with us to Komori Village. But I can understand if you wish to go to your home and search for your family. Though I do believe they are caught up in this game and met a worse fate than you.
Then Sayo then said, I remembered traveling with traders from our village, heading down to Hinome, and then to Yogasha. Then we rest for a while at Otosan Uchi, and that was it. I don't remember. I remembered a woman coming to my family, and then she offered my father something, and we then she was in our house. Then I don't remember anything.
That's all right. For the moment, I wish to extend a hand of friendship and let you know that you are safe in this village as well as with us. And he would kind of glance towards Lady Kurenai and just, am I correct in saying this, Lady Kurenai?
There's no, wrong way into anything. But the most important question is, will Lord Daiso, or even the people let you just walk out with her without any significant punishment?
At that, Anjin would kind of stand up and grip his sword for a moment. No one would dare.
So you're willing to go against Lord Daiso, the man who took you in and practically, taught you everything? What if you wanted her to be executed for the crime of summoning the undead? It's a severe
Lord
crime.
Daiso, be that as it may, this woman was a pawn. He is smart enough to understand that as much as I am. If I've come to that conclusion, he will certainly have come to it as well. He is not a cruel man. The people don't understand.
All right. Hitsumi, Asho Togashi, Kabuki Doji, roll for insight.
Me included or no need?
No need, Koren on it
Okay.
because, yeah.
Asho
Wait, why do
Togashi,
I?
you there? Just roll for insight. As well as
Hitsumi, Togashi, and
Togashi.
Kabuki roll
I was
for
like, wait,
insight.
why do I have to? But okay.
You're in the room. You're listening to this conversation.
Doji
Unless you don't
Okay.
want to. Unless Asho is the type that don't care. I don't. You don't. If you tell me now that your character is the
I
I
mean,
don't care character,
to be
you don't need to
fair,
roll insight.
once you heard Agent yelling, he got really angry at whoever the other guy was yelling at, because it seemed very heated.
There was no yelling. It was just like a normal conversation.
Well,
Mhm.
it seemed like he was yelling.
No.
Doji, Doji Kabuki, roll for insight.
It's okay if Viscount doesn't want to roll for it. Okay. Asho Togashi, you heard what Anjin said to Kurunai. This woman apparently she was used. Asho Togashi, this woman was actually used. She was not. She was a pawn. But Kurunai was telling Anjin, do you dare to even go against your lord, and so on. So Kurunai is like being very hard on this, like really want this woman to be punished for apparent reason.
Uh,
So Asho Togashi, you have to roleplay and look at Kurunai, and then you need to tell her that this woman is just a pawn. You need to investigate further, many more. How you wanna wing this? How you wanna roleplay this?
Before we go on any further with the punishments, we probably need to look into it a bit more. Because by the seams of it, this lady is the victim of some sort of scheme of something. So we need to look into it more than anything else.
All of you saw the same thing I did you not? You saw the woman in white. You saw the mask removed from her. And he would kind of stand closer to the woman for a moment and like, forgive me. He would ask for a moment and show tilt her head for the moment to show the bruises that she had. Whatever is going on, this woman was a victim. She has no recollection of whatever happened to her. If we were to look for any more sources, we would have to return to where she came from, where she met this. And as you said, Lady Koronai, we already have enough on our plate. Do you really wish to pursue this to its end, or do we wish to absolve this woman of the sins that she has committed and see that she is treated compassionately and set free? Lord Daiso, I hope, will come to the same conclusion if you suggest this.
your words are honorable and your action are commendable. But you're not a lord. You're not thinking of the broader image. Right now, the weight of rather should I absolve her of her sin versus punish her. What if Lord Daiso were to tell you he wishes for her to be punished and that he's not convinced by anything we say? What do you think that would look like? Think of the broader line of our actions. Our actions have consequences. If we absolve her of her sins, that means we're practically telling the land that the crime of summoning undead is no longer a serious crime anymore. Without sufficient evidence, we could be staring down at Lord Daiso's own wrath. Right now, he's been hospitable to us and even our clan. But that hospitality will definitely, at some point, slowly start to run very low. I'll advocate for her, as a victim. And I'll pray that Lord Daiso is convinced by my own testimony.
Lady Koronai, you yourself said that we are in need of a ritual, in need of a meeting. If the woman does possess such skill, would it not work in your favor to speak on her behalf? I am aware that there are consequences to my own actions, and the actions of raising her from dead. But I will not stand idly by while a victim is held to the crimes that she is unaware she committed, or, for that matter, watch as an innocent is put under the sword.
You just take a deep breath and simply... Her, can I ask you a question as a DM?
What?
I want to make an insight roll into the possibility of us advocating for her safety versus, following the general rule of the land and giving her a punishment. How would Lord Daiso basically see us if we were to do one or the other? Like I want to basically get a general idea. If I were to advocate for her safety and she's a victim and everything, will Lord Daiso agree versus him saying no, I want her punished?
That would actually depend on your conclusion of this one,
Hmm.
based on everybody's insight. What to do with her, what to tell Daiso later on.
Hmm.
Like, what does Kabuki Doji? Okay, because Kabuki Doji is a courtier, he's a diplomat. So, in the end of the day, it's like he would like to listen to what Kabuki says. So, I'm not too sure what the Viscount is in the call at this very moment because it's very quiet. Uh, and
Viscount, I can see the green thing moving, but I'm not hearing anything from you.
You're not? Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, definitely now. You can give it an insight check first into like the
Oh,
previous conversation.
no problem. An inside check. I can do that.
but did you listen earlier on? Did you hear what Zoken and Aizen were talking about earlier on?
I'm afraid I wasn't. But
Oh my god, was it really loud on your end or okay,
sorry, I
okay, all right. I'll ask Zoken. Zoken, just give a rundown of what you just said, so at least Viscount can roleplay accordingly. I don't want him to wing out something because he doesn't know what's going on at this current moment. Like
No
whatever he
problem.
says or whatever you guys say to Daiso later on, yeah, she's probably gonna be banished, killed, or worse. I don't know.
Yeah. Anjin was basically advocating for the woman being freed at this point. She's a victim in this whole entire matter. She was a pawn in a mysterious figures game. We have no connections back to her other than the village that this person can recall their memory being from. And as Lady Coronai has already mentioned, we have tons of things on our plate right now. It would also work in our favor if we were to advocate for her, if you wish to convince her to join our side as a skilled ritualist, which she does seem to be, even though her memory right now is shot. You have to possess that ability and skill before you can use it, if I'm correct. So it would make more sense for us to advocate for her safety and freedom than being turned over to the people or beheaded for a crime that she has no knowledge of committing.
see. Well, I will. I will see what I can do. What did you say her name was?
Sayo.
Sayu. Okay, Sayo-san. I will admit that, despite we both know that not that you do not know why, but things are looking quite grim for all of us. It seems. If we will advocate for your freedom, for your restoration, and I will ask you. We currently are starting anew. That is to say, we have become a new clan, the Bat Clan. We have a small village. It is growing, and we could use someone with your expertise. If you were to join us, then under the Bat Clan, we would give you amnesty from your crimes that are not yours, and in return, we would gain a very powerful Shugenja on our side who can help us with all of our matters in terms of religion. After all, we are but a fledgling nation, and we need people like you. People with talent, people with heart. So, even though I can't necessarily force you to join, I merely ask, would you be willing to join our people, the Komori family?
She looks at you. She's holding her head, and then what? Joining a clan? Why? Why? What? But where's I? I just want to know one thing.
Of course, but what is that?
Where are my family and my siblings? I That's very important to me right now. What happened to them? Where are they?
I will be brutally honest. I'm not entirely sure. Although, while you were possessed by whatever took your mind, you did say that raising the dead was the only way to avenge them. So while I can't say anything on the for definite, the prospect does look grim. If you wish, we could send a messenger to your home village to see how they are.
From uh then after that, then she said, "Sure, you, maybe they maybe they left. Maybe maybe they went home." Okay, you don't have to roll for insight check for this correct. If she asked what happened to her family, she did scream out loud. It's like to scream out where is her family to give back their souls back to her. I mean, that was previous episode, of course.
Yes.
Unless you one guys want to roll for insight again based on that, but it's just gonna be a repeat of last week's session. That she did say, unless
Yeah.
Kabuki forgot about it after 1 or 2 days of her resting.
No,
Then I can't.
I remember she did talk about this was the only way to put her family souls to rest. When I'm not sure if whatever entity it was has deluded her into thinking they're dead, or if they were actually dead. I'm not sure yet. But she did say something about it. So
Mhm.
I'm holding on to hope that they're still alive for her sake. But I can't know anything just yet.
All right. Okay. Now let's go to from right to left. Just now was Anjin, then Kabuki. Okay, Togashi Asho. What do you want to do? You heard all this conversation. What do you want to do?
He's gonna be quiet.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Hitsumi. You?
And yeah, well, be she'll say, I just hope that whatever decision that is made is the right one.
Sayu then just looks at you, then still holding that cup of tea, unsure what to do next. Then Kuronai, to you.
She's basically thinking carefully, and that's when she basically look at Doji and say this to him. Doji, how about we give the victory of vanquishing the dead and solving the problem to Lord Daiso? Because if we took the full glory, then word will get out that a newly risen clan practically solved the problem in half a day, thus diminishing his authority and also making it look like that older clans such as he is are slowly dying out. That the newer, stronger, better clan are, more of the choice. So
I
we're
think.
gonna live. So we're gonna let Lord Daiso have the full glory of vanquishing the dead and even bringing the woman as as a prisoner, then officially giving it to us, thus raising his social status among the other clans and lords around him, and thus they'll have more respect to him. We will gain something by taking the victory, but unlike him, we will never gain the proper respect that he has already established.
I understand. For now, all we really need to do is stay under the radar.
She basically stands, and I'm gonna go and let Lord Daiso with our choice that we want her as our guest for now.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, lastly, Anjin, to you. You heard what Kuronai and Doji Kabuki say. Okay, Anjin, you're the last. Okay, your last decision. Your turn.
I would agree with Lady Kurenai at this point. That seems to be the best course of action. It gets me what I think is the best possible course of action. It allows Lord Daiso to maintain face as well as protects the woman, which is ultimately what I want.
All right. Okay. Now after that, you look at the rest of them. Now you need to tell them to you. You need to actually head back to Raiso and give your ultimate decision.
Okay.
Very well.
I basically yeeted myself there, but I will wait for everybody to be there. Assume like I'm basically like walking down the road, taking my time.
And I will also well, I think with your permission, I think I might stay here with the Shugenja to make sure she is.
Fully
I'm going to
safe.
ask this before they leave, but I want to see if I should stay with the Shugenja to make sure she is comforted.
As our courtier, you should be the one to speak for Lady Good and I.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're the diplomat, so you're gonna have to, do the
I
whole
could
formal
stay
thing.
with Ashu could stay with the lady.
Okay.
Yeah, Asho will stay with the lady, but you come in and join us in the council. That way, you can formally say that we want you to have the victory and such and such and such.
Very well then. I shall come.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to put myself here.
Yep. You need to yet yourself to that direction in a
Mm-hmm.
way.
And we are here. All three of us.
Okay.
Actually, no, all four of us. Sorry, my bad. Because it looks so even number 3 versus 3.
Okay. All right. Then now, as you arrive, Daiso like looking at the five of you, and then he look and to you first, Anjin. It's gonna be right to left. Uh, then first he asks you because you're part of the village, you're part of the crane. Then Kabuki Doji is also a former crane. Then you look at the both of you, and then he put both his hands on his leg, hitting it hard. So, Anjin-san, Kabuki-san, is there? What is your conclusion and decision on what to do with the woman, the Rokugan that you have caught?
Anjin would kindly bow, and I believe Master Doji has come to our conclusion, Lord Daiso.
Then he turns his head to you, Doji. What is your conclusion, Kabuki-san?
My conclusion, Kakita Domo, is that we will take the Shugenja as our own. In the meantime, you may take all honor and glory that comes from dealing with this rogue Shugenja, so that your position may be elevated amongst the clans.
He looks at you. His eyes sharp. Me taking full responsibility of this Rokugan. Roll for persuasion, Doji Kabuki.
That's not what I said. I said we'll take the Shugenja into our clan, and you can have
The glory.
and you can take the glory and credit for dealing with her.
All right. Okay. DC is lower now for persuasion. DC 10. Okay, just roll for it.
Okay.
If you fail, Anjin can continue to roll at persuasion.
Not a problem. Just to be on the safe side, I'm
I'll
gonna
help
spend.
you. I'll help you actually. I'll aid you by like adding into saying to him, Lord Daiso, this clan of yours is much more older than our clan. It's practically dishonorable if we took the victory away from you because word will get out that older clans such as yours are dying out, and thus, the newer, more fresh clans are stronger than the older, more prominent and respectful clan. The balance of power will be shifted towards the new blood versus the old, and traditional clans such as yours will start to slowly disappear, making way for newer, More powerful clan, yes, but they will not know how to handle the issue. But if you were to take full...
Risiko looks at you and said, "You dare say that my father's clan is old and disrespectful, and others do not respect us because we are being old, and we
No.
are not in control?
No,
Kurunai-san, Kurunai-san, mind your words. You are
The-
in our lands. You are
Oh.
not in the Dragon Clan."
I do not believe, with all due respect, that was what Kurenai intended to say. I think what Kurenai intended to say was that if the younger clans start gaining credit for things like this, then the power dynamic will slowly shift towards the younger clans in defiance of tradition and of the Emperor. And these are things that we do not want.
exactly.
We wish to retain tradition and honor amongst all the clans. And the best way to do this is to keep the larger clans in their seats, as it were. That is why we are giving you the credit for this. But we will take the Shugenka ourselves.
Risiko stayed quiet after listening to you, Kabuki, but she eyes Kurunai sharply, like aggressively. Anjin, you can see this though. You don't need to roll for insight. You know that Risiko is like looking at Kurunai. For the words that she has spoken to her father, it was disrespectful for saying that. But after Karen Doji Kabuki then putting in a much better tone, in a much better word. Then
Yeah.
after that, Risiko's eyes started to actually lower. But Kurunai, because of what you said, you wanted to assist Doji
Yeah.
Kabuki. You roll for assistance, persuasion with disadvantage.
Okay. Acceptable. Persuasion. Oh, okay. It's acceptable. It's acceptable. I mean, it's better than a nat. It's better than a nat 1. At least it's not a nat 1. It's just a fail.
Okay. All right, let's go to Hitsumi then. Hitsumi, do you want to assist Kurunai? If you want to, you need to roleplay.
Hitsumi?
Yeah, I was just trying to think of what to say.
Yep. You can skip if you don't want to. Then let Asho Togashi take it then.
Asho's
Yeah, I'll have.
Asho's not even here, by the way.
Yeah, Asho's not even there. He's with the lady.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, he's with the lady. Okay.
That's all right. If
Yeah.
you can't think of anything, Hitsumi, I actually have something.
Yeah, I'll say to her, having it there be. I'm just worried that if we take full credit with this, that the older traditions might be going to be not respected as much. But everybody else here wants to keep all traditions as sacred and being honored.
Risiko looks to you, Hitsumi, and then her head started to tilt slightly. Her eyes like look at you. And then Daiso, then her turn to look. They said, roll for your persuasion. No disadvantage, no advantage. Just roll for persuasion. You need to beat a DC 10.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a net?
Yep.
Yes.
It's a net. You have a hero point you can use if you wish to give yourself a 10 instead of a net.
Yeah.
Which I recommend you do.
I'll use the hero point. Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't roll 1 and 2.
Yeah. So I pretty much just click on the hero point and
Click on the hero point.
hopefully,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just click on the
hopefully
hero
it's
point.
higher. Yeah, hopefully it's higher.
2. Not enough. Not enough. Okay, it's 7 plus 2 though. Do you want to use another hero point?
I can just use a hero point to give myself advantage if that's
try if you want to, you can use like another hero point.
No, no, no,
Hitsumi.
no,
Oh,
no.
okay.
No, better not. Hitsumi later on have to do
Oh, okay.
something heroic to get back hero points. But you do get back 1 hero points every session, though. Okay, but now Anjin, you heard what Hitsumi then said, but Daiso and Risiko were just unsure of Hitsumi's answer. What's like the progress? What Kuronai and Doji Kabuki said. But Anjin, now it's to you. You heard all this, but they're still
Anjin,
unsure of the actions.
Anjin would again bow and forgive me, Lord Daiso, Lady Risiko. What I believe Lady Kurenai and the rest of us wish is to see that we remove the burden of the woman from the village and see that your name is extolled for exterminating the undead that blighted your lands as well as your crops. We wish to proclaim clearly that it was only by your direction and your good graces that we were set out in the first place to deal with such an issue, as you saw it prudent.
Risiko then looks to you. She smiled, and then after that, then she said, "Indeed, the young boy that I used to know when we grew up have indeed also been wise." Now, after that, then Anjin, after you talk to Daiso-sama, he turns to you. Roll for your persuasion with advantage, but this one is to give Kabuki the advantage.
Gotcha.
Oh, not bad.
Right.
Now Kabuki has advantage.
Yep. Okay, Kabuki. Now you roll for persuasion with advantage. You can use a hero point to increase the points if you want to, or you want to roll an advantage on top of another advantage. Okay.
I think there's only one. I think we only get advantage once.
Yep. Yeah, but this one just give you a bonus of +2. That's about it. If you use a hero point, but it's better to just use a hero point itself just to increase the bonus.
Okay. I think I'll just use one hero point to increase to get for a +2 bonus to the roll
Okay.
and see what I can do with advantage.
Yeah.
That's a total of
Yeah.
24. Nice.
Yep.
There
I
you
knew
go.
I made the right choice making courtier.
All right. Okay. The DC was 20 though, but the moment he heard what Anjin Kakita said and what you said to Jikabuki, Daiso, he was quiet. He was quiet temporarily, at least for a few seconds. After he heard what you said, he heard what Anjin said. Like, Then he nodded his head. Very well. But Anjin, do you know the location of the current undead's whereabouts? Those that you have defeated, of course. It was to the northeast, actually.
Yes. He would bow once again. Yes, Lord Daiso. The locations were to the northeast, and after we stopped the rogue Shugenja, we made sure to put the dead to rest and say proper prayers over them so they will not trouble you anymore.
I will send my troops over to retrieve the remains of the fallen soldiers, even though many are not part of our clan, but they deserve a proper burial. Then, that is indeed the woman that you have captured. I give her to you, Kurunai-chan. Now, it is befitting that you handle her personally. But this news will not spread. But the lands itself, the destructions of the Shadowland creatures, we will use that. And then Hanjin Kakita. Then he bows his head as a sign of thank you. But meanwhile, Asho Togashi, as you're inside the inn, Sayo was drinking tea, and then she was looking at you, and then she said, I remembered a dark forest. First a dark forest, and then further I remember falling. I remember a crown. I remember being asked to destroy the lands. And then I remember a cave and a dark forest. But I remember my family. I remember my siblings. Then she looks at you, Asho Togashi.
Okay, out of character real quick. My thing's not loading, and I try to refresh it, and it's not loading.
Mm-mm.
Then
So
Asho
I
Togashi.
can't see anything.
Sayo grabs you by the shoulder, wiggling you left and right. Asho Togashi, are you inside?
Try
Asho!
try to change browser. Try to change browser.
That's what I'm doing.
Mhm.
Sayo took a knife and stabbed you. Are you bleeding?
That's bleeding blue blood.
You look okay, Asho Togashi, you stared at Sayo with a blank stare. Okay, anyway, meanwhile, back at Daiso Kakita and Risiko Kakita.
Mhm.
Then Risiko then got up. She had always been kneeling all this time on that nice little pillow of hers. Then she got up. She never got up before to the rest of you. Then she bows and then she said, I do apologize of my my aggression towards you, Lady Kurunai. Perhaps one day, instead of you visiting our village, it'll be our turn to visit yours as a sign of good virtue and goodwill. And as a promise to my father, the trade caravan will be sending the stones and the rocks and the luxury item for your need. And you will do the same to us. The woods and food, the peaches, and
Thank you.
also
Thank you
the
so
tangerine.
much. And the next time we see each other, hopefully you'll see great hospitality from ours when it's your time to visit us. Thank you so much, and please, I would have done the same thing if somebody was to come in here and try to diminish the authority of my own father. And that's what, like, when she looks at her tea, she basically say this, like, quote saying, "The balance of power has been kept, and the system works. Let's hope that this incident is never repeated somewhere else again." That's when she basically bows before Lord Daiso and says to him, "Lord Daiso, thank you so much for your hospitality. With your permission, my companions and I, we have to get ready for our trip home. It's a long way back to Komori, so we have to get ready." That's when she basically bows down and she'll just go and visit Asho to let him know that we're gonna be going soon, so start packing.
Then after that, you start packing. And then after you start packing, you went back to the inn. You see Togashi Asho standing there looking at Sayo Asako. But during this time, though, she was already talking to Togashi before you even entered.
Yeah.
So Togashi, you heard Sayo Asako told you about the dark forest, the cave,
Mhm.
and she said, I can feel their voices telling me, I can feel their voices asking me to save them, to save their souls, to save. Okay, Togashi Asho, roll for insight. After you roll for insight, okay, I want to see your insight score first.
Same.
All right, okay. Now you roll for religion with advantage.
Oh fuck. the the worst out of it all.
Well, we you get advantage.
One more time.
Yep.
mhm.
Oh,
Nat 20.
Nat
Togashi Asho,
20.
Sayo Asako, they tell you, I hear their voices. The moment you actually lean closer to her, you see that her eyes is blank and you hear voices like whispers. Whispers within the air. You can hear it even. The moment you stand next to her, you hear a man's voice, a woman's voice, and children's voices telling Sayo Asako, Free us, sister. Sister, free us. Do not leave us here, sister. You hear that same voice at Sayo Asako's vicinity. The closer you get to her, and she's like, her stare was blank. And when you stood there, you hear the same voice as she heard. And then Kurunai walked into the room as you were there looking at Sayo Asako. Asako. Okay, Kurunai, roll for insight. If you fail, you think that Togashi Asho is trying to do something to her.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. And I know what to say. I know what to say too. Yep.
You failed.
Oh, definitely. No. This is where she basically sees him and she just says in the most politest way, she just says to Asho Togashi, Togashi, there is a time and a place for everything, and this is not one of them. And also, you don't even know her, and
To you,
yet,
Kurunai,
uh-huh.
you feel as if the Togashi Asho was like closer to her face, really putting his face next to hers, and you're thinking, what is this
It
person
was
trying to
like
do?
ear to ear.
Trying to take advantage of a sick, trying to take advantage of a sick woman. How dare he?
No, not just that. No, that's why she told him there is a time and a place for everything, and this ain't one of them.
Can I roll to see if Takashi hears her?
Kurunai? You
Yeah,
can hear Kurunai
yeah,
saying that.
Okay.
Yeah,
You don't even
like,
have to roll for perception.
Well, I was gonna say because I'm hearing the voices, because he'd be in a trance at that point in time.
Mm-hmm.
Would he
Alright,
be in too much of a
you're
trance?
not. You're not in a trance. You're not in a trance.
Okay.
You hear it. The ones that in the trance right now is Sayo, not you. You hear the voices. Then Kurunai suddenly walk in, tell you all these things. Hey, there's a time and place for this. But you look at Kurunai though, and then what do you say? The voices is still in your ear. The voices that Sayo is listening.
Listen.
All right. So Togashi, you ask Kurunai to listen.
Yeah, so she's got to roll for religion, correct?
Yeah, you already roll for religion. This is not a
No.
perception check. This is a religion check.
Yeah, but I said surely she's got to, as in.
No. You have to
Okay.
tell Kurunai. You have to tell Kurunai something like, "I hear voices. I hear voices, but that's it." But you need to tell Kurunai that. Otherwise, Kurunai won't even know.
I hear voices coming from her. I think she's in a trance. I don't know what to do.
Okay. Kurunai, just roll a simple medicine check. The moment you hear that she's in a trance, just roll for medicine.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
All right. Okay, pass. Now, when you notice that Sayo, she's still holding her cup, even though Togashi is near her ear to ear, she did not react. Her stares is blank, looking directly, looking even past you. And then you're not too sure what's happening. If you roll for your perception, you can roll for perception because right now Togashi is putting his ear next to her ear.
Oh,
Now you need to ask Kurunai. Now you need to ask Togashi what's happening. Then after your action's done, then Anjin and the others come in.
Oh, definitely. She sits and wave the hand in front of her. She's no response, so she will definitely say to Asho, what happened while we were discussing her fate? And please tell me that you had no cause in it.
She was telling me that she remembered about the forest, a bit of other stuff about a crown, a cave, and then about her family's souls getting trapped or something, and now she's in her trance.
I listen to it. I basically do what he does and try to put my ear closer to her ear, trying to so-called listen, like imitating him while.
Roll for your perception with advantage.
Okay. Advantage, perception. That'll be a 13, unfortunately.
You didn't hear anything. The only thing you hear was Sayo's breath. Her gasping breath, like she's in a panic trance. What? Anjin, the moment you enter, you saw Kurunai and Asho Togashi putting their ears to Sayo as she stares, looking at you like directly. And Hitsumi, you also saw the same thing. Okay, I'm not too sure where Doji Kabuki is. I know Doji Kabuki is not in the same room, but Hitsumi and Anjin, both of you saw this.
God, man. They're gonna think like they're up to no
Okay,
good.
Anjin, you first. You saw this. You're not too sure what's going on. Okay, but
yeah, I'm definitely rolling an insight on this one. He would be very suspicious immediately.
Oh, thank God! Thank God! Thank God!
Okay, you
Thank
pass.
God.
You pass. You pass. All right. When you look, the moment you come in, you saw Sayo Hako is in a trance. And then you can see Kurunai putting her ear to the other side, put closer to Sayo, and Togashi Asho's ears next to her. And then you think, what's going on? Okay, now Anjin, you can roleplay with Kurunai and Asho.
He would kind of like look to Miramoto for a moment, look at the woman's eyes,
Okay, both of you
and
roll for medicine check.
actually, can I
Anjin,
roll Arcana?
okay, you can roll for Arcana. Arcana or medicine, your choice. Isumi,
I
you
want
can
to
roll
roll.
for Arcana or medicine.
I want to roll for Arcana for a very specific reason. I want to see if, and like, I'll kind of role play it out for a moment.
Mhm.
He'd kneel down and kind of reach out and touch Saya's arm, and lady, can you share the visions with me?
You touch her hands. It's cold, shivering cold, and it's not even winter yet. It's just
Mm.
cold. So her body's not warm, but it's cold, like as if that she died already. But her eyes is wide open. She's taking a gasping breath, and when she breathes, you can see the mist coming out from her mouth. Then now, when you roll for Arcana, okay, that's a failure. Okay,
I'll roll a hero point if I need to beat it.
all right. The DC is before. Okay, I'm not gonna let you allow for a hero point because the DC is
Damn.
quite high. Yeah, I you don't need use this hero point. I negate it, so you still get
Gotcha.
back your hero point. Yeah, you need somebody else for this. Okay, Hitsumi, you're there. You can also do the same thing. You can also use Arcana. Kuruna, you can do the same. Togashi, you can do the same. And then after that, you can also say it almost the same to Sayo. Okay, now I'm gonna go to Hitsumi. Hitsumi, you kneel next to Sayo. You look at her. The moment you touch her hand, okay, Anjin was most likely holding her right hand, and you're holding her left hand, Hitsumi. And then you look into her eyes, and then you most likely look at her. She is indeed in a trance. You can roll for your Arcana, Hitsumi. DC is 20 for this one. Oh, I take it. I take back. Take back my words.
Money.
I take back what I said. Right.
Yeah, yeah. Take it back. Take it back.
All right. Okay. All right. Hitsumi, the moment you touch her hand, boom! Kurunai, Anjin, and Asho Togashi, you saw Hitsumi is in this deep trance. Her eyes started to glow.
Mm-hmm.
When did Hitsumi became a spellcaster? Nobody knows. Did it happen? You're unsure. But Hitsumi, you see yourself in complete darkness. You're not too sure where you are. You run around trying to touch the wall. There's nothing to touch. Then you run elsewhere. Like, where are you? You ask yourself. But you hear voices, Hitsumi. Voices talking to you, telling you. First, a voice of an adult man. Help us. The voice speaks out to you. Then, after that, another voice, a woman's voice. Help us. The woman's voice actually speaks out. And then, after that, voices of children. Help us. Then, after that, you see Sayo in the distance. Then, like looking at you. And then, after that, you hear her voice telling you, help us. Then Sayo put her forehead on you, and then after that, you see where you were. And then you're inside some sort of cavernous dungeon. How do you end up being here? You walk closer. You hear the voice echoing within the dungeon itself. Help us! You turn to see the staircase going up. You can hear the sound of flowing stream. Help us! The voice actually speaks out. Now,
I know the.
Kurunai,
Mm-hmm.
What do you? Oh no, not Kuronai. Now Hitsumi, what do you want to do?
Um, I'll try to, I guess, try to go forward to where the door is. See, I can go where the go towards the door.
You walk towards the door. As you walk towards the door, you hear the voice echoing, louder and louder this time. Help us! Free us! Help us! Free us! Again, louder and louder. Help us!
Move your token.
Free us!
I I don't have control of this version because I'm trying to move it. Can't.
He doesn't have control over his token.
Huh? Oh, okay.
This version of it.
Eh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see the name Hitsumi. Mirumoto. Okay. Roll 20 is weird. Okay. Mirumoto Hitsumi. Okay, again, you got control over your character as usual.
Yep. So there, and I'll pretty much be like trying to kind of like shouting like, "How can I help you? Tell me what to do."
Help us. Free us. You can see you try to open the door, but you're unable to. But then you hear a voice like from within, a woman's voice. You cannot, your souls cannot be safe. Your souls will be mine. Your souls will be given. Your souls will be. Wait. You hear a footstep coming over to you. And the footsteps coming closer. Tuk, tuk, tuk. And the door opens. And you see a woman staring at you. Seems like we have guests. She looks at you. She's wearing a crown. You've seen that crown before. It's a similar crown. And then, after that, she casts a spell at you directly. And then, roll for your wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
After that, you feel as if that your soul been sucked out from here immediately, and then you vanish. Boom. Immediately. Then you during this time, Kurunai, this only happened within 6 seconds. 6 seconds when Hitsumi was palm in the trance, within 6 seconds, boom, you fell forward. You fell backwards, actually, Hitsumi. You fell backwards on the floor. You're not sure what happened. You're gasping. You notice that you have cold breath, mist coming out from your mouth. And then Daidoji Kabuki, you arrive late to notice that Sayo was in a trance, Hitsumi was in a trance, and then Sayo, then she back up, and then she looks around, and then she was surprised to see Togashi, Asho, close to her. Then she pushes you away, Togashi. What are you trying to do? Why is everybody next to me? What happened? She asks. Okay, Kuronai left to right now. Okay, Kuronai to you.
Like as she helps Mirumoto stand up, she basically says to the woman, "You were in a deep trance state, and Mirumoto here was pushed by you."
I did not push anyone. And then Anjin, you were there though. After you hold her hand, at first her hand was cold. The moment she went back, then after it was warm again. Then the mist from her mouth vanished. Then, but she already pushes Togashi, and then Hitsumi, you got up from the floor, and you look up at Sayo, and then your turn to roleplay.
Lady
And,
Sayo.
and she'll
Okay, Hitsumi, to you first, then to Asho, then to Doji, then lastly Anjin. Okay, Hitsumi, to you.
uh, yeah, she'll say, I saw what she was saying. There was a cavern that I didn't know what it looked. I don't know if it looked familiar, but it. I could hear voices, and then I went to the door, and then I heard some woman's voice, and then she unlocked the door and shot a spell at me, and then I vanished. I don't know. It was. It was definitely. She's like still a bit shaken by it.
Don't
Like
wor- don't worry
she.
about it. Just for now, just just be careful, and we should definitely let Gilgon examine her when we reach home. He'll have an explanation into what happened to her. Even I am now officially curious about her. Who or what happened to her? One moment she's talking normal, and then she went completely in a trance-like situation. Make sure to keep the memory of what happened very much fresh so that you can tell Gilgon everything that happened to you. Perhaps he can shed light into this new dark question that is now looming in front of us.
Okay, anyways. Right, Togashi, okay. Togashi, Asho Togashi, like your turn.
Okay, out of character, would I have been able to hear all this happening as I was listening to the lady?
Everybody talking to around you right now. Yeah, you can hear this
No, I
conversation.
meant like the like helping stuff.
You can hear the voices, but you were not there. You can't see it, but you could
Okay.
hear. You can hear the voices.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning. So I would have been able to hear the voices, just not being able to see it.
Yeah, that one.
Uh,
Yes, you can hear. All right, are you gonna roleplay?
Yeah, I was about to. I, I don't know. I am now very confused with all that I've been hearing lately. Well, especially now with everything that's. My head hurts now. He's gonna go quiet now.
All right, your head hurts. You stay quiet. Okay, Kabuki Doji, you came in late. You're not too sure. You're not too sure what actually happened. Okay, Kabuki Doji, to you.
Okay.
You look at Hitsumi. She's on the floor. She got up, and everybody start talking to Sayo. Everybody is like looking at her. She was originally at a trance, but the moment you enter, boom, Hitsumi fell. Togashi got pushed away, and Sayo Asako then said, what are you guys doing looking at her? Is there something wrong?
Okay. If she's a Shugenja, perhaps she fell into a deep meditation and something about what she saw has traumatized her in a way. Perhaps that's my guess.
You think maybe maybe that's your guess. But Anjin, you turn to look at Taji Kabuki. He came in last minute. This all happened within that 6 seconds. Okay, now Anjin to you.
First thing he would do would be get up and go and check on Hitsumi. What did you see? Are you all right?
I saw a cavern that it was. I could hear the spirits. I'm assuming the spirits of her family and her, but there's a woman with the same looking crown that was on her head. It sounded like she was going to sacrifice the spirits, but then she hit me with a spell, and I was banished from out of the trance before I could do anything.
A cave. What else did you see? Was there anything else around you saw?
I saw some sort of banner that looks like a spider with.
Would I happen to know anything about spiders in terms of like iconography or anything like that?
Spiders. Okay, this one is gonna be a DC 20 because they're not supposed to be out yet. Okay, so all right, there is a clan, but that one you need to roll for it. Okay, let me. It's going to be based on history. DC 20.
But history.
Nobody can assess on this because you need to be dead. Everybody need to be there to look at the symbol because spiders is a lot.
But he said something about spiders, so I'm gonna see. Can I? 13.
Spiders, no, you don't know anything about spider. But Hitsumi, when you saw the walls, on the walls itself, the emblem of a spider. But when you told Doji Kabuki about this, Doji Kabuki don't remember anything about spiders. Or maybe it was just a spider, like an emblem of a spider on a wall. Maybe somebody just loves spiders so much.
I've been around for a long time, and I don't remember anything about spiders in iconography.
Well,
What do you think about it?
Are you certain it was a cave and not a tomb?
It might have been a tomb.
I'm trying to look. Sorry. Trying to look to Kunanai and Kabuki. Is it possible it's the tomb of Ichiban?
could be, but we'll need to answer these questions and more when we get back to our own clan. We'll have all the answers that we need with the
Right.
help of Gilgon.
Anjin, when you mention Tomb of Ichiban, everybody roll for history check.
Ooh, okay.
Only another
Okay. You don't know much of it, but you heard about it. You heard about the Tomb of Ichiban. Kabuki Doji, you also heard about it, but you don't know much about it. But Hitsumi Mirumoto, okay, only Hitsumi Mirumoto passed. Okay, Hitsumi Mirumoto, you know about the Tomb of Ichiban. It is a dangerous place. You know that. The fox spirit, even as a young fox spirit, even then your family told you when you were a fox, when you were a young fox, Hitsumi, even before you took that human form, your family, the spirit fox, told you never to dwell and venture into the tomb of Ichiban if you value your life. Those that entered never return. The foolish humans, the foolish clans, even with their martial might, they entered, they perish. Believe in our words, Hitsumi, the Phoenix Fox actually said. The Spirit Fox. Okay, I was actually hoping that Doji also did pass this, but then again, the spirits will know about this, but it's a fail. Anyways, Hitsumi, again, the Spirit Fox will tell you, heed our words. Heed our words, young fox. Do not venture in, even if one day you have friends that are willing to follow, tell them not to. If you are to enter, you will never return, young fox. And that was the nine-tailed fox telling you not to enter the tomb of Ichiban, the great fox itself. But Hitsumi, you remember this as a spirit fox, of course. But you can twist your words, though. You don't have to role play and say, "Hey, the spirit fox told me so and so." Because people still think that you're human. You're not a spirit, and
Yeah.
you're not a yokai at this very moment. So
Yeah.
you can tell them about Ichiban. It's a dangerous place. Let's not go there.
Yeah. Uh, uh, the temple is a very dangerous place, and it would be very wise not to go there if you value your lives.
For now, we won't, but if it means, at some point we have to deal with it, then we may face, no choice but to do it. But I hate to rush things over, but get the horses ready. We're leaving.
But Asho Togashi, I don't know if you want to roleplay this also. You know about the Tomo Ichiban. As a Naga, you know about it really well. But it was a resting place of the sorcerer Ichiban, not a place that people like yourself go to.
You saying that we're going there?
Not now, but in the future. But definitely not now.
Well, if that's gonna happen, I'm not going anywhere near it.
No, what you should
Oh
say
no.
is, Togashi, well, if you're going, I have to make a secondary character if you're going. Something like that.
I'm actually. I don't know who this Ichiban person is or what is so significant about his tomb, but he seems like one of the most pretentious people I've ever heard of. Who names themselves number one?
Okay, you heard of the Tomo Ichiban. You heard the name Ichiban. But other than that, though, it's like there are more details.
Yeah.
Doji Kabuki.
Yeah, I don't know who. Based on my history roll, I don't know who Ichiban is, but he seems like a very pretentious person if his name literally means number one.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Ichiban. Yep, it means number one. That's the thing.
Oh, so at the same time, Asher is like shaking.
but but Asho and Hisumi, you know for a fact that there are many tombs dedicated to Ichiban, and not only just the main resting place of Ichiban itself. But Hisumi, if you look at the tomb, it was too small for to be a resting place for Ichiban. So you think to yourself, this is not an actual tomb of Ichiban, but just a dedicated tomb to Ichiban.
So a shrine kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like a shrine. This one you can bring up. Even you also, Togashi Asho, you can bring up in your role play. But let Hisumi say it out first. It's just a shrine, like a dedicated shrine, like a worship shrine. That's it. It's not an actual tomb. You know, Tomb Ichiban is a huge labyrinth itself.
Hey, but it's. I know that it wasn't. It was too small to be the main resting place for him. It looks more of a shrine, a shrine to him.
Hmm. In that case, we will not be disturbing it. But if the questions are gonna be, would lead us to it eventually, we may have to go there at some point. But definitely not now, not anytime soon. We're too ill prepared to even handle such a place, according to you. So
When I was gonna say when Asher hears that, he just walks out.
for now, prep the horses and get ready to leave.
Okay, in your notes, right? In all your notes, in your bio info, you can put their notes. You just need to write down the Sayo as if it's Sayo, okay, or Asako Sayo. You can put the quest. It's like, and then after that, the shrine of Ichiban. just in case you guys want to go back to that again and unlock and do this quest anytime, and so on. When you are ready, when I say when you are ready, meaning level 4, level 5, something like that. So you can put there in your notes just in case you want to bring it up with Sayo again in the future. Okay. After all of that, though, Sayo Asako was still surprised and said, um, is anything wrong? Anjin, when you look at her, at first she did hear the conversation, Ichiban, but then she asked, is anything wrong? Okay, right to left this time. Okay, Anjin, to you.
No, we were just all discussing your recent trimmer. You've been apparently having experienced a trance. Tell me, Lady Sayo,
Trance?
you frequently hear from spirits?
No, Togashi Asho was talking to me. I was drinking tea, and then after that, he was close to me. That's all I remember.
I understand. How about you rest? The rest of us will prepare our journey back to our village of Komori. We would like it that you accompany us if you so choose to.
If my family is back in my hometown, is Komori village further up north?
I think it is.
Okay. You think it is? Oh my! Now we're already episode 7. Okay, so you should know where it is.
As a character, my character is. I think as a character, I would know that it probably is further north.
Yeah, it is further north. It's like really at the borders of the Dragon Clan, as you're overlooking the river.
Oh yes. The Komori village borders the Dragon and Crane clans. Or does it border the Dragon and Crane, or
Dragon Clan. So you're like at the borders. If to your right is Phoenix, to your left is Lion, down south is Crane.
Okay.
Did Jojo Bird just make a new clan? Combination of 2 clans?
Yeah, a Dragon Crane. I was like, whoa, okay, like a new clan.
So then I will say our clan's borders are located upon the border. So our clan is located on the border regions of the Dragon Clan.
Dragon. Okay, I just gonna put.
Why do you ask? Is there a problem?
Dragon Crane. The Dragon Crane. Okay. But then she asked, oh, my hometown isn't so far from your village. Maybe a few days travel by horse? And if willing to, I'll gladly follow you. Then I will head back to my village. And that's another quest, of course. Yeah.
If we can help you find your family, I believe that would be a very good idea. For all of our sakes. And for theirs, of course. I'm hoping that they are alright. And he's genuinely heartfelt.
Then when you said, "I hoping they're alive," she got up, tears coming to her eyes. Are you saying that they're died? They're dead?
No, pardon me. I wasn't meaning to imply that. I'm not sure where they are or how they are. I'm fairly certain they're going to be alright.
Okay. After you said that, then she got up. She told you, I don't have anything with me. I don't have any traveler's bags or anything. Whatever that was with me was with my family, and now it's gone. Then she looks to Anjin, looks at Kuronai, looks at Hitsumi, and then she doesn't. Other than the clothes that she was wearing, which like resembles like a mix of a phoenix and a bit of scorpion. Like that's the only thing.
Anjin would kind of speak up at that point. You'll have no worries. I'll see to it that you have enough to travel with, and
Then she bows to you. Thank you, thank you. Uh, I never got your name. Um,
Oh,
then she then she bows. My name is Sayo Asako. From the Asako family.
the pleasure, Asako-san. I am Doji Kabuki.
Then she looks at you and bows, and then after that, then she looks at Anjin, because she can't remember. Like, did you introduce yourself to her? Did she introduce herself to you? What?
yes, you did, and I did as well. But
And then
you can call me Anjin.
and she bows. Nice to meet you, Anjin. Okay, then she looks to Togashi Asho, and then Togashi Asho, roll for your charisma save. Roll for your charisma save.
Yeah, we'll do.
Mm-hmm. Holy crap, Mando! Okay, I'm gonna put this down on her note. Okay, now she has fallen in love with you. For some for
Oh,
other
good
reason.
God.
Okay, all right.
Ooh. You know what? I think there's not many campaigns where I see where I would say romance as a core mechanic would be a good option. But I think a Kingmaker style campaign is the perfect opportunity if the players are willing.
Yes. Okay, Anjin. Okay, the moment. Okay, everybody, Anjin, Kurunai, Hitsumi, and Doji Kabuki, and also Asho. The moment you went in, Sayo Sako looks to you, Togashi, and then she will looks away. Okay, Anjin. Okay, all five of you roll for insight.
Okay.
Okay. Rolling.
Okay, maybe normal. That's a normal blushing. Togashi, no, I have no freaking idea. Okay, Kurunai, no idea.
Mm-hmm.
And then Doji Kabuki actually is the one that passed. Okay, just DC 15. Okay, Doji. The moment Togashi came into the room, immediately you notice that Sayo Asako was blushing and she looks away. Doesn't want dare even look at Togashi. And then you look at Togashi, you look at Sayo, you stayed quiet. And you just maybe you give a simple smile. Humans, you told yourself. Okay, human. Okay. Okay.
I'm going to say I want to be able to discuss this matter with Togashi. But I don't want to do it here or now. So I'm going to say, Togashi-sama, remind me when we get back that there is something I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
Yeah. Doji is gonna say, "You're a snake." So on. But
Yeah, actually, didn't realize that.
but Sayo blush away, and then after that she bows to you again, Anjin, and said, thank you for that." And then after that, then she walked over to Kurunai and Hitsumi, and then she looks at you, Kurunai, and said, "I'll be, I'll be, I'll be riding with you, maybe, or perhaps with Hitsumi-chan
You,
on the horse."
you can ride with me until we can basically reach our village and whatnot, and I'll keep you safe.
Okay, that's good. Okay, after that though. Alright, Anjin, you actually got her some gears, simple gears for her. And then after that, Hitsumi, when you actually went over to your horse, and then Kurunai, when you went over to your horse together with Sayo,
Whoa, the
Sayo,
token suddenly just got weirder.
yeah,
Yeah.
The
Sayo,
token stretch.
token stretch, yep. Sayo actually asked you, Kurunai, about Togashi. And then she said, Kurunai-san, is Togashi Asho, is which village is he from?
He is from Komori village,
Oh,
and I'm its lord.
family? Family? She asks. Does he have a family?
Mm, no, not that I know of. Except he has a brother, Gilgon. They're both retainers of my clan. And they're
I
both.
don't remember him being a brother, but okay.
Yeah, I also don't remember. I also don't remember him being a brother, but
I
yeah,
mean, you
okay,
can
I'm gonna
you
take
refer
that.
to him as a because the shrine says two brother Nagas, and I just went along with it.
Right. Okay. Then after that, then Tayo then asks you, Kurunai, like simple thing, like is Togashi Asho available in a way, but in her own words, like if somebody is chasing after Togashi and stuff like that.
Hmm. Not
If
that I
there was the guy, she wouldn't even know.
not that I know of, but pretty much he is currently does not have anybody that I know of in his life. I mean, who knows what he is thinking?
Then after that, then she like look at you, and then
Stay away
okay,
from my man.
Kurunai like stay away from my man.
No. This is what Sayo basically like thinking. Stay away from my man. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she haven't reached that level. She have not reached that level of tsundere, yandere
She,
yet. Okay.
I'm pretty sure she's just got a crush on him so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just a crush.
That's
It's just
about
a
it.
crush.
Yep.
Yeah, just a crush. Nothing much. Nothing much. But as you're about to ride on, though, Koji Kabuki just put his bags, getting ready, and then Anjin, as you jump up into your horse, you see the young boy that bullied Daiso-sama's young daughter earlier on, like coming to you, and then after that, all the other children they walk over, and then Ririko also like came over the moment you're about to leave, next to Yujiro, and then Ririko and Yujiro ask you, Anjin, "Are you coming back, Anjin-sama?"
I'm not sure. I have much to do in the lands of the Komori, but I will be sure not to remain a stranger as best I can.
Yujiro then looks at you. "I will train my sword arm, Anjin, to be strong, so I can be a great samurai like you one day."
Good. Do me a favor. Use the sword to protect Lady Ririko.
And don't forget
It's the
the bullet.
sword that protects others
Right.
that is the strongest.
I want you to roll for persuasion because Yujiro do end up being somebody, but in black and white, he becomes a very dangerous swordsman. But if you pass, okay, wish you did.
We just turned the future BBEG into a hero.
More like a very dangerous samurai, as like duelist.
Mhm.
One day, okay.
The
We should
AVG
probably.
that he goes around, kills everyone, and stop
Hmm,
at Aijin's character, be like, I'm done. I'll
yeah.
follow you now.
Yujiro is in black and white storyline. He is actually aggressive, bloodthirsty swordsman. Doesn't use armor but focus on heavy attacks and heavy strike to overwhelm the opponent. But in this one, of course, he's probably gonna be a good guy. But Anjin, as you
That
turn
doesn't
to
mean
Yujiro,
that doesn't just because he's a good guy doesn't mean he can't be a blood knight. He just
yeah,
fights for the
yeah, he fights to protect, not fight to destroy. That's the thing. So once the clan wars begin, yeah, then it's gonna be a different story after that. Now, as Yujiro, but by then Anjin and the others will grow old by then. And but Yujiro turns to you, Anjin. He bows. I will, Anjin-sama. I will train myself to protect Ririko-chan and protect the village. You can count
Good.
on me, and so on. Then Ririko then looks at you, Anjin, and said, "Hope you be back, and don't be a stranger."
He would nod and ride to catch up and meet up with the rest of the group.
All right. As you ride and catch up with the rest of them, and Yujiro and Ririko just wave goodbye at you as you ride along. Now, okay, we need one person to roll for D100 for me, please.
Sure,
Okay.
I'll
Copy
roll
that.
that.
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm gonna roll a D10.
So who's rolling this?
Let me roll a
I was
D10.
gonna roll for it.
Oh, you
I was
can roll
gonna
for
roll
it.
D100. Is it a D100 or?
Yeah, D100.
Ooh.
I'm scared now.
Roll another D100.
Okay.
I honestly,
100.
I
Hmm.
no matter what result the D100 would have shown, I would have probably scored, you know.
No. If it's
Hmm.
100, we see basically no. If it's 100, we see a random villager yelling, "The Emperor is dead! The Emperor is dead! The clan wars is upon us!" Just kidding,
Not
just
that
kidding, just
easy.
kidding. Yeah.
Okay. But right, by rolling that, maybe you shouldn't roll next time. Okay.
Yeah, no, maybe I should.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Like, don't next time, don't volunteer. Now I kind of like dread the two roles. I'm dreading them. Imagine what he would have
So
done if it
am
was
I.
100. Uh,
All right. Okay, since you roll for that, it's a random encounter. It's just a random encounter, but encounters like this can be ignored. So, as you were riding up north, and during the next few days of riding, you arrive at a foot camp, a lodging camp, a trapper camp. As you arrive in this location, under my folder known as Random Encounters, okay, you saw a farmer, the farmers, seeing you approach as you're about to actually head your way from the south heading towards the north. But one of them then stopped you all and then said, "Ah, the travelers! Oh, oh, Master Samurais!" He bows. "Oh, will you care to listen to a humble farmer?"
pretty sure like while we are on the horse, I just simply give them the signal to just stop and rest as I basically tell him what's troubling you.
Ah, one of one of our one of our trappers, one of our hunters. We think we he went up towards the bridge first, towards the northeast, and I think we heard screams in the distance. But we are worried that it could be anything. We heard stories that Shadowland creatures have appeared, and from the lands of the south. And then he heard, and then after that he said, Shadowland creatures be like being raised from the ground up, and 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 then we heard that our Lord Daiso Sama have managed to defeat them. But we are still worried that these creatures are here within our lands.
Don't worry, we will help you as I look into like everybody around me. We should
Hitsumi.
yeah, just move closer, guys, because it looks a bit weird if you're just standing at the edge of the road.
Oh, sure. No problem. I'll move closer.
Yeah, everybody, we should help them. We owe them this much. Sayo, you're staying here for the time being with them since you have no weapons and no means to defend yourself. For now. Unless you want to come with us.
Sayo then looks and said, "What's going on?"
We don't know what's
She
happening.
got down from the horses and then looked. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, Hitsumi, you heard what the farmer just said. You all heard it actually. Hitsumi, Togashi, Kabuki, and Anjin. You heard that the farmer said one of their hunters went to the mountains up north, near the bridge, and never returned. And
Okay.
we heard screams It echoes down the mountains itself, and we're terrified to actually investigate. Okay, here's me to you already. Kurunai already went down, talked to the farmer. Okay, here's me to you.
Uh, I'll pretty much, say, and
You
it's, I'll pretty much, say, do you want us to go and investigate anything that would be put your minds at ease?
Agreed. We'll investigate. Let's go.
right. Wait first. Let's see what the party says. Togashi, your turn.
You're the one who rolled for it. RP it.
I think I'll just stay here with the only person that doesn't have a weapon at this point in time in our
Alright.
group.
Okay, so you stay back at the camp.
Mhm.
Okay, Kabuki, you.
Okay. There are. It look. Sorry. It looks like that at this point in time, there's a. So a few of us are going to. So it seems like there's a lot of us who are going to a very dangerous place. They're going to need all the help they can get.
This
I'm
is a
going to.
choice. Okay, Togashi told you he wants to stay back with the girl at the camp, and then you want looking at Hitsumi and Kurunai want to help this farmer and look at the incident that's happening up in the mountains itself. And then right now is Togashi just wants to stay, Kurunai and Hitsumi wants to go. But this is a choice. You can tell the farmer, sorry, we're too busy. You handle this own thing yourself. You know?
No, but I'm not going to do that. I feel like if people need our help and we're in a position where we can, then it would be foolish and pretty much dishonorable of us to reject these people. So I'm going to say to them, do not worry. I'll be able to help you. We'll be able to help you. And I'm going to turn to Asho and Sayo and say, are you two perfectly capable of handling yourselves while we are gone?
I think Sayo
So-
is more than capable, but we're gonna need all of us to be there. So, Asha, you're gonna have to join us. You're not weaseling your way out of it. I'm dragging you if I have to. You rolled for
Kurenai,
it, you see to it.
With all due respect, Kurenai, Sayo is the only one without a weapon. If there is an ambush, then she will not be able to defend the farmer's hide herself.
That is the reason why Ashu is staying back.
Then why don't we take her along with us just to be on the safe side?
Why, we're going to take the farmers too?
No, just her.
So you're wishing to put this person in a combat situation without a weapon and without a way to defend herself.
Well, that's where the persuasion check actually comes in.
You gotta persuade us then.
Actually,
Yeah, Kurunai have to roll persuasion versus insight. Kabuki, Doji Kabuki, and Asho Togashi.
okay. Let me just try.
Persuading them to let them bring Sayo fight. 10.
Okay.
Oh, okay, 17. Okay,
Okay,
nat 1.
No.
Oh,
Close.
almost.
One.
Close.
oh my god.
Yep, she's coming
Okay.
with us.
Okay.
Sayo heard what you said, Kurunai. And after that,
I'm skeptical. Well, Kabuki is skeptical, but she does see their point. If Sayo isn't able to defend herself, then we'll have to. Then we'll defend her.
Exactly.
Just so long as we can keep her safe.
Sayo
The
walks
last thing-
over, looks to you, Kabuki, and then she said, I'm not very weak. I'm trained by my parents in the art of spiritual entity and be able to cast certain spells. I
I
can
see.
stay back. I can stay back while the rest of you actually move forward if there's anything. I heard the stories about the Shadowland. If this was caused by me, Sayo speaks out, raising her voice. If this was caused by me, then this is my responsibility. I will go and protect these farmers if I have to, die if I have to. But I will not leave them like this. I'm with you in this, Kurunai. And Hitsumi-chan.
Mm.
Okay, then Anjin, you see Sayoko just walk. Like after Kabuki said, you should, after Asho Kabuki told her, hey, you should stay back. It's like, you can't handle this. But she walked over and said, no, I will protect these farmers because this was caused by me. Sayo speaks out. Okay, Anjin, now it's your turn.
Um,
Listening to everybody argue over whether or not to bring Saya along, he would just reach into his pack and pull a dagger, hand it down to her.
She grabs your dagger, she looks at you, then she put into her side sash, and then she looks at you and then smiled. Thank you, Anjin-san, for believing in me, she said.
Mm-hmm.
There's no
Is this
problem.
where the crush gets transferred to the other guy?
Well, it's good to have like two people that like she likes, Heck, she might even fall in love with Kabuki.
No, we could actually build it off where eventually they have to duel each other under the moonlight
No, no,
in
no,
the
no.
middle of a
But then
rainstorm.
again, Anjin, roll for your charisma save. Don't roll on that 20, please.
20, 20, 20, 20. No!
Damn it!
Why?
I will take 10. Thank God.
It would have been so good seeing, the two.
No, because if it's a 20, right, then
Uh-huh.
I have to make a storyline in the future. It's like, I like the both of you. And then after that, then one day, like one person will say, the two of you must duel for her hand in marriage, and so on.
Exactly.
Simple.
Like,
behind the
I'm pretty
waterfall.
sure Ashu would be like, no thanks. He can have a.
Anyway,
Yeah, if you actually-
I tell
Alright.
I tell the logger, get your people in safe, and we'll handle it. And she asked him like, finally, can you point us which direction that you heard the screaming from?
Further to the north, he points out. It's like,
Basically
you see a
here?
bridge. Yes. We heard screams. Screams of pain. Which, if you quick, maybe you can save him.
Okay, everybody, let's go. Leave the horses here. We'll come back for them later on.
very well.
Sayo follows.
Yes. I will. I'll be I'll take the rear.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the rear to make sure.
In the
We're
meantime,
going
I
for-
pull a Naruto move, and you just see her like yeet her yukata and traveler clothing to see like her ninja garb and everything.
Alright. You all rush up towards the mountains itself. Okay, who wants to roll for survival to lead the others?
Actually, depending on who has the
I,
highest
I
survival.
can't do so
Who have-
because I'm
Who
probably
have the
gonna
best
get killed
survival?
off. Not me.
I have
I have a 3.
I have a 4.
Yeah, 3.
Okay, the ones with the 3.
I have
please
a
roll.
2.
Okay, how about you guys aid me, the ones with the 3? That way I can roll with advantage. Hopefully, plus, something. Oh, okay, I got advantage plus 2. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay, not bad. I got that'll be 17.
Right. Okay.
Yeet
Right.
yourself nearest Asho Togashi.
Yeah.
Yeet yourself nearest here so that you can basically.
Can tell him
I'll-
my
I'll
token
do it.
because I can't do it right now.
I'll do it. Okay. Alright.
I
After
got
moving
I'll be
though.
back when I can.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Alright, roll for stealth, all of you.
Rolling stealth.
Let's see. One moment.
Can someone also roll for me as well?
Okay, I think I need to give access to the players, or to all players to control you at this point.
Thank
Okay,
you.
I given access to all players to control Togashi.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Okay. Still. Ooh, 23.
Hitsumi Miramoto, your stealth is too low. So the moment you arrive, okay, I'll Do you want to use your hero points? That's what I'm asking.
Uh,
You need to beat a DC
yeah,
50.
DC 15.
yeah, let's, I'll use it. Let's see if it's better than,
All right,
see
you want
what
to
they
save
got.
your. So you want to save your hero points.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll use one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, use one and roll for it.
I'll use it. Hopefully it's better than a 2.
Ooh,
Right.
that's actually making it
Okay, good.
into 18.
All right. The moment you reach up,
Somebody just need to roll for Asho Togashi.
I'll do it.
Okay.
okay, roll for it.
Yep. 2 is there. 2. Oh, he's.
The team. Oh, it's not enough.
Okay, this is where I'm not allowing you to roll for me now. It's like you're banned.
okay. All right. Okay. The DC is 15, so you don't have that element of surprise. The moment you all rush up that mountain,
Actually,
somehow Asho Togashi.
all of us have the element of surprise except him. They know that one guy is coming, but not the rest
Okay.
of us.
Now this one everybody need to pass.
Oh,
For you
okay.
to note. Yeah, this one everybody
Oh.
need to pass.
Oh,
Do you
Oh,
want to
yeah,
use a
fine.
hero point, Asho Togashi?
No, I'm good.
All right.
You
It's okay.
sure?
No need the
Okay.
element of surprise. You guys are tough warriors. Yeah, you don't hide. Okay.
Oh no, I
you-
hide. I definitely hide with my 23. I just like hide and deviate.
Ashi's just not used to like being in a team lately. It's
Yeah.
been a while since he's been in a team.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been centuries in a way.
Mhm.
But
with my 23, I basically like halfway through, I just like disappear.
And he's also used to scaring people off with his Naga form. So
right. The moment you arrive, okay, Asho Togashi. Okay, I'm just gonna put you guys in the forest, like maybe here,
everyone
maybe
else is just like
here,
hiding while
maybe
Togashi's just like
here,
dancing around.
here, and here, hiding. But you're the one that's already in front, Asho Togashi. But
Exactly.
It's like
you
la
can
la la
see,
la 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 la.
you can see. Okay, change music. Not this like Arabic music. Change the combat music. But
Oh, okay.
the moment
Yeah,
you
yeah.
arrive, Togashi, there was a farmer in the distance using his spade and trying to like, get away from me, get away. And then you can see like goblins. At first, those on the bridge notice you, Togashi. Then they turn to the others and speak in a language that you never understood. And they speak in a shadow language that nobody knows. And then after that, then Sayo looked at them and then turned to you, Kabukin. Then she said, "Hey, I know that. They're saying to attack Togashi. No, I'm not gonna allow that." She jumps out of the bush and then ready her dagger. And then she walked next to you, Togashi. I'm not gonna allow them to hit you, Togashi.
I'm pretty sure I'll be alright.
Then she looks at you. No, you look very frail. That's what she said. Now roll for initiative.
Going to. What the hell?
Oh, I'm above her. Great. I'm just above her. Nice to know.
What do you think of this music?
Very nice.
It's
Now
from,
we just need.
yeah, it's from the same genre you've been playing, which is the Ganji genre.
All right, good. Ganji is not corrected after so long. It's an old game.
Mhm.
All right. Now, Hitsumi, you're surprised to suddenly see Sayo jumping out her from the bushes as she was hidden nicely. And then she jumped straight and then putting out her dagger like a defensive position. And then you notice her left hand suddenly started to glow with a fiery glow. And boom, she bring out some sort of flame on her left palm. You saw that, but you're still hiding though. And the goblins just getting ready their arrows, pointing them at Sayo and Togashi.
Okay, out of character, why the fuck does she seem like a Iron Fist right now?
Because she's a ritualist.
Okay,
Yeah.
just seems like she's Iron Fist at this point in time.
And well, seeing that they're gonna go and try to hit them with a bow, I'll do the same. I'll pull out my hunting bow and fire at the one at the first one at the front of the bridge.
Her casting time is 10 minutes, by the way. It's not instant unless she's paying for the points. If she pays for the full amount, which is 4 favor, then yeah, she gains favors, 1 favor per turn.
All right, okay. Hitsumi, you ready your bow,
Yep.
and who do you shoot? This one.
Yeah, the first one that's the closest to on the bridge. The one that's getting there. So I'll click that.
I've got to do something for now, so if anyone needs to control my character, they can.
12. That's
Other than Blaze, because I don't trust Blaze now.
Okay, you shoot the arrow. The goblin saw it and then dodged to the side. Nyah! He speaks and starts screaming at you and shouting at you at some foul language that you never understood. But
also,
then
just a side thing, that's it's called, this one is threshold barrier. You have to designate an area that basically functions like a wall. It's 20 foot wide and usually 20 foot in terms of height. If it has no ceiling, no whatnot. The enemy cannot pass through it. Like, you designate one type of enemy that cannot pass through the wall, neither their attacks, but we can actually attack them and whatnot.
Yep. But Goblin D points his arrow and starts shooting at you, Togashi. Alright, and misses. Okay, Kurunai, your turn.
Okay, I'm still in hiding, which is very good. It means that they'll be surprised by me. Which means that, let me just share this in the chat. Since I am basically still hiding, so when I attack, they need to make a wisdom saving throw. Otherwise, they'll be stunned until basically next turn. Because they'll think that I'm one of them. So I'm using my hunting bow and attacking this guy in front. And ooh,
And damage?
net 20 and man, 5. Just 5 damage.
Oh, 1 plus 3. 1 plus 3. I'm hovering over your 4. Okay.
Yeah, but at least they now need to make a wisdom saving throw. Yeah. Okay, like, depending on which goblin you want him to be stunned, but he's basically stunned until next turn. And, like, he's wondering, why is another goblin attacking him?
It's like looking around and start screaming. And then Sayo just like laugh. And that's it. Because she's the only one that understands the Shadowland language. Then,
What
Togashi,
the heck?
your turn.
What's got you laughing?
She was smiling. She was smiling and laughing though, looking at the goblin.
Okay, I am now going to use my hunting bow and fire at
same.
fire at that one. If my
Right.
thing allows me,
And it
it's
misses.
not allowing me to
Okay.
speak. I got to get that one.
Misses.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know.
I recommend you get behind a rock or something, otherwise you're sitting duck if you don't move.
I'm going here.
Okay. Sayo moves together with you, and she's still putting her hand seal at the
Wait,
same
I
time.
thought that was a cliff thing, but it's not. Oh shit. Technically, I've got a tree in front of me, so that's kind of okay.
And then after that, and Sayo is praying, like, "Let the sun give me the virtue, give me the favor of the lands." And after that, she's gaining favor, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, goblin ritualist. Hey, after that, they cast a spell. They cast a spell. You can see some sort of magic appearing. Ding, 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 ding. And you don't know what spell it is. And this one moves over. And starts shooting at Togashi Asho. But you got cover. And short bow and misses. Okay, Kakita Anjin, your turn.
All right, about time. First things first. Break from cover. So 1, 2, 6. I guess their leader. He would
Player
kind of point
idea.
to.
Yeah, player idea. Attack this guy.
Oh, I'm very aware. And he would issue a challenge of steel. So it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
The DC is your 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your charisma modifier. So what's the total?
DC 12.
Oh yeah, your charisma and your charisma modifier and your proficiency bonus are low, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now now this guy has to make the challenge.
You speak with it though.
Yep.
It's like, even though I'm rolling with advantage because he doesn't understand Anjin's language. They don't understand Rokugani. So, but I still need to roll for advantage for this with these people. And you just pointed at them. You just speak in your Rokugani language. He looks at you, and then after he screams at you in his own shadow language. Baka baka. And that's it. Now goblins see.
All right then. Hold on, because after that I would enter my.
Because you haven't attacked as well.
Yeah, I know. Going to use that as a free action, then I'll enter the. I will enter my cormorant stance, and from there, I will draw, or I will use another action to take the dash action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. There we go. That way I'm closer. And that will be my turn.
Alright. Okay, there will be a turn. This one takes his bow and shoots at you. As you approach. Ka-ting! Speaking in Goblinoid. And I got a 19. Okay. What's your armor class?
Right now my armor class is currently 17.
Oh, okay.
Is that before or after you -2 from it?
I don't
I
get a
think
minus
after.
2. It's plus 2 when I'm in a duel.
Oh no, that's the target actually. My bad. Yeah. 17,
Alright,
17.
okay.
I saw the -2, I was like, oh, okay.
Alright. The moment this goblin hits you with the arrow, he receives 7 piercing damage. Pa! And then this goblin starts screaming and pointing at this goblin. Makarakash! And the goblin turned and looked puzzled. Huh? And then after that, Sayo told you, Togashi, hey, that goblin's over there telling the other one not to attack. What's going on? Then Doji, your turn.
My turn? Okay. And we're being told not to attack.
No.
You don't know that.
Sayo is telling Togashi that this goblin is telling this goblin not to attack Anjin.
Okay.
But you don't know that. Only Togashi knows it.
Okay. I'm going to move up here. And wondering, are they attacking at the moment?
Oh yes, they've been pulling their bowstrings and attacking Togashi non-stop and Anjin. Anjin just received 7 piercing damage. Now Anjin's HP just dropped from yep, that much. I can't see his HP.
23
Yeah,
to
23.
-7.
Okay.
Yeah, he's injured. He got 1 bow stuck on his chest.
Okay. So I'm going to say to I'm going to say to Tadashi, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Fight them already! But at the same time, there is a lot of puzzle. I'm still very puzzled as to why are they not attacking us? Or rather, what is this one just? What has this one just said? Because I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know. But then the next goblin fighting the farmer. This one attacking the farmer. Trying to actually grab whatever the farmer is holding at this very moment. And then the farmer is just holding something. Let go! Let go! It's mine! The farmer starts screaming. Let go! And then the goblins in the other end screaming. And now round 2. Hitsumi, your turn. Okay, this is because Togashi rolled. This is because Black Wolf rolled 95 and 95. Okay, so this is what happened.
94, 95.
And the score is almost touching 100. So it's there.
Thank God it's not 100. Otherwise, we would be facing Godzilla.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm banned from doing any 100 rolls in any campaigns.
No, I mean, if you keep doing it this is like forgiving once. But if you keep doing it multiple times, yeah, you're banned.
It's okay. Let somebody else roll the D100 next time. Or later on after the session ends. I want to see what happens next session. Well, Hitsumi, what do you want to do?
I'll go. I'll try to hit the one that's still up front with my hunting bow. Try to do another shot at that.
Okay, the same one then. Okay, roll to it.
Yep. Let's see if I can hit this time.
Is 13 a hit?
Nope, it's not. 13 is not a hit.
Yep. Figured.
The goblin dodged. Your bow just fly past it. Naga! Then this one. Looking at you, Anjin, but it jumped down across the bridge. And then use his bow to shoot at Kabuki. But because he's at lower floor, Kabuki have a AC +2 AC. So now he's rolling to hit. That's all. Kabuki, what's your current AC now?
My current armor class is 12.
12 plus 2 is 14. I got a 15. You got hit. Kabuki, you got hit by this goblin for 6 piercing damage. You got hit. Pop! On your chest.
Okay.
Even though it's below. But he just raised his arrows and the arrow just fly upward and pop! And pierce through you. And now, Kurunai, your turn.
Okay, let's see.
If you attack this one, his AC increased by +2.
True, since I can't see him, he's due to the distance and everything. But he doesn't now. He cannot even see me. So
Yeah, he
I'll
doesn't
move
know.
on to attacking. Actually, no. If I were to attack this guy, it'll be disadvantage, right?
No, he got armor class because of this guy. That's it.
Oh no! In this case, I'll just attack the other guy on the bridge, which is this one.
Right.
I'll attack him with my hunting bow and.
Oh, okay. Now that's a hit.
Yep.
Damage.
7
7.
piercing damage. As for my movement, actually, I'll just move. That's 10, so I can be like in this lovely cover. Right. No, right here. Just for my movement. Otherwise, yeah, I just attack this guy for 7 piercing damage. But as
Okay.
for this guy,
The moment you did that,
Mhm.
you shot the goblin. You struck it on the neck. It's holding its neck as the blood gushing out. Okay, how do you handle this? He's dead. He only got 7 hit. They all okay. These people have 7 HP damage.
Oh,
So what happens?
Basically, when the arrow hits him in the neck, he's like, wah, wah, as he like fall on the bridge yelling, kind of like a Wilhelm Goblin scream. Wah! Just like smashes his head, smashes his head downwards.
Wilhelm Goblin scream.
Yep.
Okay.
Wah!
All right.
Exactly.
All right, Togashi, you saw Kurunai pick up her bow, and then moving towards you, killing one goblin. Now it's your turn.
Togashi Asho.
Oh yeah, so God, he's not in control. I think his character. Okay, who's controlling?
Okay, let me just open up his character.
I'm attacking this one.
Okay.
Okay, attack. Then roll to hit with your range attack.
This is gonna be very difficult.
You could put them as shortcuts for you. Later. I'll teach you how to do it later. Ooh, that's a hit. Roll for damage.
Yep, that's a hit. Roll for damage. 8.
Holy shit.
Okay, you kill it immediately. What happens? Black Wolf.
I shoot him in the face.
All right.
Simple yet very, very effective.
Yep,
Mhm.
simple and effective and dead.
Exactly. That should leave Asako and Anjin to move now freely and to rescue the farmer.
Asako Sayo use Call of Cinders and shooting at this one over here. Beyond, but with a disadvantage. And misses. Damn it. She screams out. But the goblin ritualist moves forward
And challenges Kakita.
and shoots Kakita with a Call of Cinders or Source. Like Firebolt. It's just a Firebolt spell.
Mm-hmm.
Call of Cinders is just Fireball, unless I use favors. Alright, Kakita, you got hit. I got a 22 to hit you. You receive 8 fire damage hitting you from this ritualist. And he screams at you in its language, in its Shadowland language. Makalakaka! Your cloak is on fire, by the way.
I think
Not what it said. Your cloak is on fire. By the way.
Yeah.
your cloak is on fire. Take it off. Is that
Yes,
the
that's-
He's such a nice goblin. Do we have to kill him?
Makanaka, your clock is on fire. Remove it. Oh yeah, I like it. Oh, then.
anyway?
Yep.
You
All right. Anyways,
You can remove the
now it's done.
two dead goblins. Cause
now I want to leave him there just in case you guys want to loot them later.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes, we do want
Right.
to meet them.
Okay, Kakita, your turn. You got fire.
right.
You saw the goblin ritualist with his wakizashi and a spell on his left hand.
Now you can do your challenge.
Already done, but just challenging.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No.
But
Exactly. Now
this one got a danger dice
Mm-hmm.
just to increase his damage.
was gonna say it's got 2 danger dice on it right now.
Yeah.
Beginning my turn, I will change my stance to the Heron stance to gain a +1 to my AC,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sitting on currently 2
Heron
points.
stance.
I say I'm currently sitting on 2 points of focus points, so I will then use Lethal Instinct to add 2 more.
Mm-hmm. Good. That's good.
And if he deals an attack, his attack deals an extra 5 damage. Like out of 1
I'm actually just hoping that he managed to hit. That's all.
Yeah,
I'm just hoping that he hits. That's all.
And as I move into combat, he reaches for his blade, and I'm then going to use the technique Iajutsu Cut Crossing Blade. So I make an attack roll. Come on, you son of a bitch.
Ring. Oh, yum, 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 yum. Ah, missed by 1 point.
You got hero
Use
points.
your hero
Points. Hero points. You only need 1. Not
Yes,
bad. Yes.
right.
Now roll for damage.
Okay, this is what happened though. The moment you open up your stance, you saw Jutsu stance. The goblin saw it. You saw it dodge as it evaded your blade, as it dodged trying to stay away from you. But somehow your blade started to glow and you cut him. But damage.
That is a total.
That's
9
9 plus 5. That's 14. That's 14.
All right.
And also the enemy, due to his previous skill, they lose, which is the Gorman stand. The Corman stand. They lose 2 AC. For 1 minute. They lose 2 AC for 1 minute.
He actually takes an extra D8 of force damage due to being in the Heron stance.
Yep, I want to roll for it. I want to see the total HP damage.
Yeah, this is the total. 14. 14 damage and plus plus 1 point in radiant damage, so that's 15 damage in total. Plus this guy now has a -2 to AC for 1 minute.
Is that correct, Zokan?
No, it's he currently is marked for death, which he takes an extra 1d8 force damage for 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
So it is just actually 5. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's 5 because it automatically rolled the 1d8 and you got a 5. Plus from your Corman stance, now that you hit him, they suffer the distracted condition, which is -2 to AC, removed after it's hit by an attack for 1 minute.
you can only be in one stance at a time, so the Cormorant stance is null and void. I'm now in Heron stance.
Oh, okay. In this case, yeah.
Yeah, it's 15 total damage, and you're good.
All right. Okay. 15. You. Okay. This ritualist like blood gushing, like they screams at you with his wakizashi on his right hand, flames on his left, and then looking at you like screaming at you at using his cellular languages. And then Sayo then tell Togashi and Kurunai and Hitsumi. I don't think I'm gonna translate that. That's what Sayo said.
Don't worry, Saya. We pretty much guessed it's an insult.
Alright. Okay, Doji. You can take away the kill, you can do a steal skill, or you just kill this one.
Yeah, he's the one that attacked me, so I'm going to go for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Let the duelists do the duel. So I'm going to step here, which is, I think, the safest part of which is the closest part to the edge of the cliff that is still safe.
Mm-hmm.
Draw my...
You got a +2 bonus because of height.
Yep.
You got, okay.
And I'm going to attack with my hunting bow.
Okay, roll to hit. Even with the +2, it's just a 9. Not enough.
Yeah, exactly.
And even if you got hero points, you need to literally roll a 6.
Yeah,
To
I'm
pass.
not going to... I don't think I'll try and make that.
Use
this one is
the remainder of your movement and back away just to be on the safe side, if I were you.
Yeah, good thinking. I'm not in melee range, so I can do that.
Yeah, you're in melee range, right? This goblin struggling to push the farmer away. Wakanaka! Maka! Sayo then said, That goblin is saying, "Give it to me, give it to me." I'm not sure what it is, but now it's round 3. Okay, Hitsumi, your turn.
Yep. First, I would guess I'll go and let's see. I'll move my 30. I think that's about 30, and I'll try to
This armor class is now 17. Yeah, because
there. Okay, so let's see these. Pretty much, it would be either I try to attack the one down here or the one with the
this
one
one.
that's trying to grab the thing there because I can't, interrupt this, between these two.
Yep.
Between. So I'll go and try to hit the one that's trying to take the thing away from the farmer with the bow. Let's see if this is the. Hopefully this hits. Hopefully. Let's see. 15.
No, you missed. You didn't manage to hit.
You could use a hero point, and you'll just need a 2. If you
Your
want.
hero points are like like this is a heroic thing. You do get hero points for that battle also, so you can use a hero point.
Okay, let's see if that's. Let's see.
Oh man.
I know enough. You lost by 1 point. Another 1 point.
Exactly. Missed by 1.
You wasted a hero point. All right. Okay. You missed by 1. I don't know how many hero points you have left, but I think you're running low on hero points.
That was nice.
All right. Okay. This one. Okay. Using the nimble movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Taking the wakizashi and screaming at you, Doji Kabuki, and start to strap you with their sword, their wakizashi, and rolling to hit. Your armor class is okay. I got a net 1. You have attack opportunity immediately.
That's the kind of attack I can block with my bare hands.
Yes. Okay. Roll to hit.
Yeah, roll to hit.
Kabuki, you got attack of opportunity because I got net 1. I got 2 net 1s, 5 and 5. Okay, let me take a screenshot of this.
You rolling, Doji?
Oh, what am I rolling?
Attack. You need to attack him because he got a net 1, so you get a free attack. Melee attack,
Ah,
of course.
okay.
Yep.
I wasn't aware of that rule. But okay.
Every time the enemy basically rolls a nat 1 on melee, you get a free attack.
And same thing goes to you too if you got a net 1 on your end.
Mm-hmm.
Ah man, you missed by 1 point. What is all this missing by 1 point? No.
You haven't
guys
used
are
you haven't used a hero point yet.
I don't know. It's up to Viscount if he wants to.
Yeah.
I've got 3 hero points. I've only used 1 this whole session. I could probably use a hero point to add to that roll.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you don't even need to roll hero point, but just deduct your hero points. But the character sheet will auto deduct it the moment you click on it. So might as well you click on it then.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Damage. Roll for damage, Wakizashi. This one was previously injured by Kurunai.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so rolling damage for the Wakizashi.
Right.
3 points of slashing damage.
And he took
The moment. Okay. This is what happened though. When it jump at you with his own wakizashi, you block it with your forearm, pop. Then you slash at it immediately with your own wakizashi. Okay, how do you declare this?
Okay, I'm going swiftly and cleanly, a straight up slash with acrobatic grace across the neck.
The moment you did that, it was holding his neck. Then he falls backward and dies. And then Sayo said, it says, and I said, okay, Kuruna, your turn. You turn to Sayo. Sayo is translating literally everything.
Oh, definitely. I
When
basically.
she's translating his dying screams, I'm going to say, thank you for pointing that out.
I basically move here, and let's see.
You do not interrupt a duel. You can shoot. You can shoot
Definitely. I
beyond
don't.
here
I
though.
don't. I don't want to interrupt the duel, but I will take the aim action at this guy because so I can get advantage next turn. So I will declare that I aim at this goblin so that next turn I can shoot with advantage. Otherwise, I am at the risk of shooting the civilian.
All right, roll to hit. No, don't roll below 5.
Oh,
The rule is
yeah. I thought aim means I forego this turn to aim.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. If you forego, okay, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah, that means
Because I'm aiming, so it takes an
you have
entire
advantage.
turn. Exactly. So entire
All right,
turn.
Togashi, Asho, what do you want to do? Asho Togashi.
He's going to move there.
Wow, from here, this is difficult terrain. No? It's like 1, 2, 3. I think you're only here. That's it. Unless your Naga can ignore difficult
he,
terrain.
he did,
Unless you went
I
around.
don't know.
Unless you went around.
I did go around.
Yeah,
I went
exactly.
around it.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
but-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it should be here. Or here. Yeah, correct. Hey, wait, no, difficult terrain also. This part. Also difficult terrain. The bushes.
Then I'm here.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, there.
Because I went
1,
from
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, here. Because from where you're standing.
I went
if
from
you-
here to like over here. So I was going around there
Yeah.
to there.
Just move here. Just move
and then
here.
to there.
Just
Yeah.
move here.
We're ripping it. Here.
Yeah, going to it.
Wow. You know, what's the weird part is like Anjin is getting all the hurt right now, and you guys are all at full HP. The heck? Okay.
I mean, we don't want to interrupt the duel. We know the loss of honor to him is a bit too much. So we don't
Yep.
want to,
all right.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Togashi, do you take the kill?
No! He's just gonna stare at the. It was like, I want to, but I can't.
Or are you gonna raise your hand? You can do it, Anjin.
You can kill this guy! Go for it!
Typical anime. You can do it. Okay. Do you roll for performance for that to give him a bonus?
Yeah.
You can though. I allow it. You can
Okay.
roll for-
Where,
Yeah,
where the
for-
fuck's my performance? Wait,
DC 10 performance to give him a bonus.
uh,
Okay. 10 to DC 10 is +1, DC 15 onward is +2, DC 20 is +3 bonus. So you
And-
just gave Anjin a
Yep.
+1 bonus.
Yeah. So Anjin now has a +1.
All right, okay. Sayo Asako quickly rushed to you, Togashi. The moment you ran, she also followed you. But she cast a spell over Anjin, over the farmer, and trying to hit the goblin, but misses because she have a disadvantage. Okay. Hey, why is Anjin using a hunting bow? Okay. At that
I hit a
rate.
button. My fault.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
no, but
Alright.
that was a good hit!
Yeah, like at close range. Like here's a bow in front of your face.
It's
But
like, I
it's a
can't use my
ritualist.
weapon that way.
All right. He got danger dice. I'm using it. Okay, Anjin, you see the goblins. His face bleeding. His right hand swishing and swinging its wakizashi at you. And then Sayo then said, he just said, I'm going to give your head to my mistress. That's what Sayo said. Okay, rolling to hit. 1d6 plus 2. Ooh, I got a 20.
goodness.
Dirty 20.
Yep.
That matches
You risk-
now.
You receive 4 slashing damage.
Ouch.
You have 4 HP left.
Yep.
Okay, next turn. Okay, yeah, it's your turn right after, so I can practically kill him.
All right. Rolling again. Fuck. I'm using another hero point. Screw that. Like,
You got a +1 bonus too from
Yeah. Plus
from
1.
Togashi.
Plus
That's a
1.
13.
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Still a 13.
13
0.6.
and that's 16.
It's a pass. It's a hit.
All
After you
right.
got sliced on your stomach, then it's your turn to deliver it. You swing your sword at it. They saw your blade coming.
Holy shit.
and it's literally dead. You cut off his head. Okay, what do? You declare.
As it slashes at me with the wakizashi, he takes the cut across his chest and just following along with the momentum, spins around with his blade and lops its head clean off.
And
I'll
he
send you
falls.
to your mistress myself.
He falls off the bridge and dies. And his head rolling under the bridge. And that's it. And then this goblin saw this ritualist fall and then screaming, "Nah, Naga, this is not worth dying for," Sayo was saying. Okay, Togashi, you're looking at her like she's literally translating almost everything. As if she's in a trance. Every time when they speak this language, she speaks it out. But Doji Kabuki, this goblin was screaming. Sayo said he's going to run away. What are you going to do?
Take aim
So the
and
goblin
shoot,
is
actually.
screaming that it's going to run away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If this goblin is fleeing, I'm going. If the goblin's fleeing, let it flee. I say, let it run away and let it not cause trouble again. This to me is a good scenario.
Okay, alright. Goblin ignores. It lets go of whatever it was trying to grab from this farmer. And the farmer was like, finally. Then it dashes away.
Hold on. I'm taking aim at it so I can shoot with advantage at it.
Yep,
And-
correcto.
Yeah, exactly.
Roll for it. Advantage, huh?
Yeah. Advantage on hunting bow. Holy shit.
23.
23. And wait, since is he frightened?
Yeah, he's frightened. Of course he's
Okay,
frightened. Come on,
since he-
Anjin.
wait, wait.
Anjin just lopped the head of this
Yeah,
person.
since he's
Of course
frightened,
he's
I
frightened.
get to use my merciless strike, and he'll be,
Correct.
since he is since it's a negative condition, that's 1d4, and the creature is gonna be suffering an 8 damage on top of anything else. So totaling, that's 5 plus 8. That's 13.
No, you have to roll. You still need to. But do you want to use the 1d4 or 2d4, or just get the max itself?
I did
But
roll.
you still need to roll.
No, I roll. I roll for my ball. I got a 23.
I know. The damage.
Oh, I roll
Like
for
you.
I roll for the damage. I got 5 piercing damage. That's a plus the since he's suffering from one negative condition, which is fear. He got a 4.
I rolled 1d4.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll 1d4.
No, it's already rolled. Can't you see it? Like the one
Is it?
over there. Yeah, it rolled.
It also
exactly.
roll. Oh, I didn't know that. I
Oh,
didn't know
no.
that roll 20 can do this now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Basically, since he is,
Alright.
he's basically suffering totaling of 6 damage, and since he's frightened and everything, he takes an extra 8 damage. 2d4.
Okay. He's literally dead. Okay, well, how do you declare this?
As she basically, she sees him run away, she's like closes her eyes and like, chin, kind of like a slow-mo, weep, enters his the back of his head,
Alright.
holding an eye to the ground, and she's like,
Okay.
just like breathe a
Alright.
sigh of
This is after Doji Kabuki then said, just let the goblin go. But you look at Doji, nope, you close your eyes. And the arrow flies and struck the goblin and he falls down dead. And then after
Well,
that,
that's certainly one way of making sure he doesn't cause trouble again.
Mm-hmm. Wait, let me just change the music and
alright, here. Alright, Anjin, for going head on against this ritualist, I give you 1 hero point.
Yeah.
by the way, you see Kurenai, like she puts her bow like on her back and she rushes over to Anjin to try and mend his wound and everything. She's like, hold
As
on.
you do that, he just kind of reaches into his pack and pulls out a potion. I'm all right.
Mhm.
Quickly drinks it.
The farmer, okay, I'm gonna go from, you take the potion and you drank it. And then, okay, I'm gonna go from right to left. The farmer came back with his pickaxe, his shovel, and his traveling bag. And then on his left hand, you notice that he's actually carrying some sort of katana. And then he looks at you, Anjin. Thank you, all of you. If you did not arrive, would have been taken away, and this will be taken away. Thank you.
It is the duty of those who can help to help. Ask exactly what was it that they were wanting?
They want this. He points to you. A katana.
Make sure you move closer, guys. Otherwise, it's a bit odd that you're yelling from across the bridge.
Oh, yes, that would probably be a good point.
It's like, please.
I'm just gonna yell, okay? Ah!
So, make sure we take all of their weapons and belongings. Let's leave nothing except their dead corpses for the crows.
He shows to you very beautifully made after katana. You look at it. Then I was digging through and hunting for deers, and then I found this somewhere inside a cave, and inside there was a shrine. But the shrine's been there for a very long time, and apparently it was smashed to and destroyed. The farmer said, apparently I believe that it was a shrine dedicated to the Nagas. But inside it, I found this, like buried within the rubble. I saw it and think to myself, maybe this will give me a lot of money if I sell it to any traveling merchant. Okay, Anjin, because you took that action to drink, so now Doji Kabuki, you saw the katana. You saw it. Then the farmer just want to sell it to any passing merchant. Well, when you look at it, though, this is more like a skill where you need to roll. It's like an appraisal skill, though. But this one is mostly going to be based on. I'm gonna let you roll for maybe history on this one.
Okay, rolling history. 5.
Right.
Can I roll?
You don't
Can I
think
use a hero point to get it to re-roll that?
Nah, it's okay. But based on this roll, though, it's like it looks like a very magnificent fine blade. But you're not too sure from based on this design, based on everything, you're not too sure from which clan was it from. Maybe this was made maybe centuries ago. You really mentioned Nagas. So when you look at Togashi Asho, and then looks at you and then he just unsure of the blade. Because now Togashi Asho, you're rolling for history based on that.
I was about to say, I'll do that. I doubt that I'm gonna get a good roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
Better say.
Can I try as
you
well?
You turn to Doji Kabuki like, nah, you never seen such a blade. But it is fine, of course. But Hitsumi's turn. Hitsumi. Okay, Hitsumi, you look at the blade. It is a beautifully crafted blade. The scabbard, the design, everything. The way it's made. And as a young fox, you never seen this, but you heard that it's taken from a shrine of a destroyed shrine of the Nagas. But apparently those who destroyed didn't see it. And you also got a 7. Look at the number, right? 5, 6, 7. Okay, Kurunai. Okay.
I'll add an 8 into this.
Alright. Okay. Like, nope. Like,
Here we go.
to you guys, it's like it's just a katana.
Oh!
Wait,
Hey, no, it's meant to be an 8, not a 22. It's meant to be an 8.
You see, wait, Herb, have you given this sword a name? Because I have the perfect name for it.
Okay.
I got a net 20. She's like, while basically standing, looking at Kakita, like drinking the potion, making sure he's safe and whatnot. She just like turns around and stares at the sword. Let me know about his history.
When you look at the blade, this is a blade of the Daidoji family.
Like Doji family. Okay. Anything
Yep.
special about it in terms of history?
Not only is it from Daidoji, it's owned by Daidoji Kuzan.
Can you spell me the name in the chat?
Dai-
Daidoji Kuzan.
Yeah, I think Anjin or the player himself knows this already. Okay, so all right, Anjin, I want you to roll for your history. Ah, He knows it immediately. The
exactly.
moment the farmer took out the blade, both you, Anjin, and Kurunai, this was the blade owned by Daidoji Kuzan. Not only is Daidoji Kuzan, but that is owned by the third daimyo of the Daidoji family.
I know what to say. She basically like eyes basically wide blanking, staring at the sword because it's so.
But
Uh,
Anjin and Kurunai roll for Arcana with advantage.
okay, Arcana with advantage. Put here advantage, then Arcana. I got a 19
Okay, let's wait for Anjin's roll.
and a
Also,
22.
22. Okay,
Baby.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
all right.
Pow, 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 pow.
Kakita, when you drank the potion, you dropped the glass. Your mouth was wide open. You gasped when you look at this blade, the sword of Daidoji Kuzan. And not only that, when the farmer took it out, you can see it shimmered, like you can sense its magical energy coming from it. And then the farmer looks at it and said, I'm gonna sell this to the nearest merchant that I see. I'm gonna get a lot of kobo for this one. I can't wait, but then suddenly he turned, then he said, but I would have died if not for because of you. He turns to you, Anjin, and then to the rest of you. Then he said, maybe the gods have seen these things like differently. But here, he takes out a bag of coins and he passes it over to you, Anjin. And after that, a few stones. This is what I found in the mines. This is for you. He's giving you coins, not a sword. Here, for helping me. Okay, now I'm gonna go from. Okay, I'm just gonna go from Kurunai to Anjin, but of course Anjin. Okay, all right. Kurunai first. You role play this, then
Okay.
to Anjin.
Yeah, she just like regains her composure. She's like, farmer, how about we trade you anything and everything that these idiots basically had in exchange for the sword?
Goblin stuff does not fetch well in the market.
True,
And,
but selling one sword may not wield that much profit versus selling about 4 different swords, daggers, armor, whatever these guys basically had. It's now belonged to you. Surely it will fetch a lot more than that sword in your hand.
He looks at a katana. Yeah, he's a bit old and dusty. And then he turns to the dead people, even the ritualist without his head underneath the bridge. Okay, you can roll either persuasion, deception, but these two. You're not intimidating, so you can use these two roll. And nobody can assist you. Nobody can assist.
Oh, definitely, yes. I'm gonna persuade him because it's like persuasion. I'm persuading him for, trade. Trade this for that.
Okay, I'm rolling for its insight.
Oh man, can I use a hero point to basically give it, make it a pass?
No, even if you got a 6, you won't be able to beat the DC.
No, wait. I'll actually use a hero point to reroll. So let me just make that into 2 so I can reroll again. Oh, come on.
Nope.
Should I?
You wanna use your hero point again to reroll?
Honestly, yes.
You're running out of hero points.
Yeah, I know. I'll just keep 1 hero point and that's about it. Okay. Oh, come on. You know what? I'm using the last hero point. That's it. I'm out of hero point and
it's like the blade is refusing, like nope. Nope. The
I
blade
still
is
have
like,
my
nope.
inspiration. Finally. Yes, thank God.
You use up all your hero points just for
I
this.
know.
Oh,
I know. If I can get back 1 hero point, the price is worth it because I have the perfect roleplay for this sword. I have the perfect roleplay for this sword.
Right. Okay. The farmer was like, you explaining to him, first you failed, then you failed, then you failed. And then after that, the farmer is like putting his hand in his chin. I'm not too sure. See, it's like the blade, like somehow it's an expensive blade, but then after that, you persuade him more.
It's like sharp and just give it to me. It's like
no, like Kurunai, like show her cleavage. See, I'm giving this to you too. Like so on, and then like, oh, all right, like Kurunai sama. Yes, the blade is sure. Then he said, But during this time though, the rest of you already
Mhm.
did your investigation. Sayo was going through all the goblins, and then she managed to take the wakazashi, their short bow, their damaged armor, and also the coins they were carrying, and then putting it straight here to the hut. And she did that one by one, maybe helped by Togashi, maybe around this time,
Mhm.
and maybe helped by Hitsumi and even Doji Kabuki, while both you and Anjin were talking to the farmer. So, okay, let's keep this net 20.
Mhm.
Okay, Anjin, your turn. Anjin, you heard Kurunai talking to the farmer. Maybe can give you all this goblin stuff for this particular blade. But now it's your turn, Anjin.
As Kurenai is negotiating with the farmer, Anjin would kind of step beside them. Uh, it would be wise to hand the sword over to myself and my compatriots. If you were to attempt to sell that in any place in Crane Lands, they would consider you to be a grave robber and remove your head.
He gaps. Okay, roll for your intimidation and with advantage.
At least now he knows like the value of getting goblin stuff.
Yeah, because he's from Crane, so I would believe Anjin knows the rules of the lands.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Ooh,
all right.
17.
And then after that, the farmer look at you, Anjin. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I do not want. Then he was holding his neck. I don't want to lose my neck for this. But you are our
Anjin
proud
would
summer.
he would
Mhm.
just kind of continue with that of, you should thank Lady Kurenai for suggesting you take the vast goods that are presented here by the goblins' corpses. Not only will they provide you with weaponry to defend yourself from further, but the coin you could give to other markets and local villages would greatly aid them, and I'm sure they would thank you for it.
Mm-hmm. Your friends down at the
Maybe.
logging camp told us to come in here and to help you. There is about 4 goblins. There's about 5 goblins here. You can get their weapons and armor cleaned, repaired, and fixed, so they would fetch a high price for you and your friends to sell again.
Oh, oh. Then I can bring the goblin and sell it to the nearest alchemist and see what the alchemists can do with their bodies and their bones. Yeah, I can
Mm-hmm.
get some good money for that.
Exactly.
Besides, I am no samurai. This weapon I could not use. Good for the money, old as it is. But here, then he bows and passes you
Mm-hmm.
the blade of Kuzan,
Oh,
Kuzan's
definitely.
blade.
She takes
Okay.
she holds the blade and waits for the farmer to leave before she explains the magnificent history of this blade to everybody else.
When you hold the blade, though, roll for your Arcana, roll for your Perception.
Okay, first of all, Arcana. Okay, now Perception. Pass, hopefully.
There's your rolls.
Yeah,
Alright.
exactly. Where were you 5 minutes ago? Ah?
It's like you sense some sort of worthiness, some sort of energy coursing on the blade, the scabbard, and you can see, even though it's dusty, though you wipe off the dust from the scabbard of the blade, and you can see edging like words written on the blade itself, and then it says here, you read it though.
Mm-hmm.
The Kakita are the sword, swift and evasive. We of the Daidoji are of the spear. We are power, strength, and cunning. Written there.
The Kakita are the sword. We the Daidoji what again?
Are the spear.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. Yes, thank you. I basically like hold the sword and bow to the loggers and wish him very well on his journey back home.
Okay. But you actually followed him home though.
Oh yeah,
You actually helped him.
definitely.
All of you. Okay, let's just assume all of you actually carried the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, carried the bodies one by one. Goblins are not heavy. The
Mm-hmm.
goblins are not heavy. The
Exactly.
ritualist, of course, the head is still underneath the bridge. So I believe Kakita probably. I believe Anjin took the head, and carried with him. Do you,
Very well.
Anjin? Yeah.
Yes.
All right. This was indeed an honor, like to fight. a spellcaster of the Shadowlands. Strong as he is, you were seriously injured yourself. But with the rest, you all brought the bodies down to the campsite. And the moment you all arrived, though, you actually rested. The people actually there gave you sake, gave you food from the deers that they caught. And then during this time, the farmers actually asked you, Anjin, and the others, please stay for the night before you head off to your travel. The night itself could be dangerous. And if you stay here, then you can leave. Your horses, since they of course outside the edge of the map, which I don't want to bring because it'll clock up the whole scene. But now, okay, I'm gonna go to Hitsumi. Okay, Hitsumi, you saw Kuronai have the blade like next to her, the blade, but you don't know that this is the blade of Kuzan. Only Kuronai and Anjin knows this. But Hitsumi, what do you do? Roleplay. Is Hitsumi still
Hitsumi?
around?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just trying to.
Your chance to roleplay.
Think of what to say.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Either ask her about the
the blade. You point
Yeah,
at Kurunai. The blade is mine, Kurunai. Oh no, then you can make
No.
drama out of it.
I'll go get up from where I'm at, and then go over to Kurenai and go. Kurenai, what's special about the sword that you got from the farmer?
Come with me, you and Kakita, and I'll let you know about the sword. And she basically sits on the stone with Asho, and she just waits for you, Anjin, and Doji Kabuki to just come in and sit here. So Doji, can you drag? Yes, thank you. Doji.
Yep, I'll come.
She basically holds the sword in front of all of you, and she basically says to you,
Okay, but before you and Anjin go and tell them the history of this blade, right? Do you want to make it short? If it's short, then...
it is actually a short one, because it'll combine like the name as well as the name of the Lord Kuzan and some of what you just said on it. But yeah, I will keep like the whole the rest of the inscription you wrote until we go back home. So she basically holds the sword while still in its scabbard and says, "This here is the legendary blade called the Honjo Masamune, once wielded by none other than Daidoji Kuzan himself, the legendary Lord of the Crane, the legendary daimyo of the Crane. This blade holds so much insignificance that it practically shows up here. It's a good sign and good fortune that our clan is blessed to have such a legendary treasure at our disposal. Feels like destiny. What do you think?
Okay.
What do you think, Doji?"
A daimyo of the Crane clan. I never would have thought we'd come across something like this. It's
beautiful.
beautiful.
I've heard stories about this blade. They say this blade is so perfect that it cut through light itself. That's how perfection. Stories about this blade has been told for as long as I could remember.
In the Crane court, it was often thought that blade was so sharp it could cut you just from you looking at it.
Exactly.
It's obviously an exaggeration, but still.
I feel like Clan Komori has been blessed to find the sword. Destiny and the heavens are with us.
Yes. Oh, out of character here, but Black Wolf, thank you so much for rolling those numbers.
Thank you. We now got a legendary weapon that becomes the pillar of our clan.
Please roll the majority of our D100s from now on.
Correction, awakened weapon. Yet to be awakened.
Oh,
of course.
definitely.
Whoa!
Yet to be awakened also. So it's like destiny
Are you
and
telling me off for rolling it and now he's thanking me? What the fuck?
I never thought. If the Kakita are the sword, then why not Anjin wield this? He'll never need to trade in his weapon for another ever again.
Are you saying that in character or out of character?
Out of
In
character.
character.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I thought in character.
Yeah. I would say.
Would I be?
Mhm.
Would Doji, since he speaks courtly Rokugani, would he be able to decipher the writing upon the sword?
Ooh, okay. Let me tell you one thing though. If you actually do carry this sword, if you ever go to the courts, right, later on in the game, you're gonna make some eyes turn to you, and not many samurais gonna be very happy that you have this sword, especially Lion Clan. Yeah. So if you, so you're most likely gonna be challenged. So, but if you believe in your character, go ahead. It builds a story from there. Because this
Okay.
sword can be passed around. It doesn't matter that you take it, it's awakened. Then after that, another person take it, and it's awakened, and so on. But you guys can roleplay this though. But roleplay about belonging, roleplay the scene where this sword belongs to so and so. This I believe this is meant for you. Let's keep it to the next session.
Oh yeah,
But
definitely.
let's talk about the history first. Okay, Anjin, to you.
He looked at Lady Koronai and, do you mind? And hold his hand out.
Nah, she just basically puts it very gently in your hand, and she basically tells
From
you.
there, he would,
She tells you as she gives you the sword. He said, "Do you think it's destiny and fate, and perhaps even the heavens' will for us to have the sword?"
he would sigh and set his pack down on the rock next to him, begin removing his maintenance kit for the sword, and slowly start taking it apart to clean the blade. It's said that many of the swords of the crane carry within them a destiny. As it says on the inscription, that the Kakita are the sword and they are the spear. Daidoji to the crane are the Iron Warriors. They are the first line and last line of defense for the crane lands. To carry the sword of a daimyo on your waist, were we to venture to the courts, would cause quite a stir. That being said, whether it's fate or destiny, I don't know. I know that this blade does belong somewhere, whether it be with us or with the Crane clan. I'm not sure yet. What I do know is that it is in need of maintenance and care,
For,
so I will see to that.
for the time
There's
being.
no blacksmith currently at your village.
Mm-hmm.
But you all were talking though. Sayo was looking at the blade when Anjin was like taking it apart, nicely cleaning, and she was like smug about it. It's like, I don't like the blade. I don't like how I don't like I don't like the design. I don't like the feeling of it. I suggest that we should sell it to the merchant, like what the farmer said.
Absolutely not. Such a legendary
With all
blade,
due,
the Honjo Masamune must never even be left to neglect.
The who? That's what Sayo said. I'm sorry, but my history isn't that great.
That's the
the
name of the
Honjo,
blade. It's called the
the,
Honjo Masamune. A legendary blade like this in such a sorry state.
Then Sayo then looks at you, Kuruna, and said, "So you're naming blades now? Who made you the blade master?
I know the
The one
blade
that was
from
the
history.
one that was fighting the one that was fighting on the bridge was Anjin. That's what Sayo was saying. I mean, he braved himself to fight the ritualists.
Masamune,
Uh,
sorry, Sayo-san, with all due respect, this blade is not just any hunk of steel. This was wielded by the Crane Clan's daimyo himself.
I'm rolling for history.
One of them.
Who? Who? That's what she looks at you. The what? The who?
The Crane clan former daimyo, Daidoji Kuzan. A legendary name since he practically unified the Crane clans under his rule and with this blade by his side.
I'm gonna roll for history on that one as well.
If Lord Kuzan was here and if he was to see this sword in such a sorry state, he would weep over how his sword has been neglected. It's our
Then-
destiny. No, it's our duty as both retainers, and lords to even watch over this blade until we are even worthy of it being drawn out. It has to be kept and properly guarded. Anji, once we return home, I'll basically appoint you as the sword's new guardian. You have to be responsible for its safety and well kept.
If that is your decision, I accept.
You basically see, like, when she looks at the blade, there is, like, I would say this one is very easy. There is, like, a sparkle in her eyes, and, you know, practically, like, she sense from the sword, she is sensing great destiny awaits the Komori clan, and she now firmly believes that this sword was meant to be discovered by the Komori clan and no one other, which means, you know, ownership now belongs to us, essentially.
All right.
I
Okay.
can see that you are very eager for this blade. But as your advisor, I would remind you the the key to ruling well is humility.
Indeed.
The ruler is not above the ruled. The ruler is a servant, if you will.
We are all our servant of the people, and also their guardians. We speak their voices to the Emperor, and hopefully he would listen to us. For our people's sake, for everyone's sake, we have to be strong enough for this new responsibility. Responsibility of guarding and the safekeeping of the Honjo Masamune blade. It has to be guarded, it has to be kept safe. If you all thought ruling the land was a heavy burden, try adding a legendary blade to it. It's now became even a heavier burden. It's imperative that we immediately, as soon as dawn breaks out, we leave. Faster we go,
Then as you all were like busy talking about the blade, the farmers like came and said, "Here, eat up, drink. It's night, and rest. And for tomorrow, you leave. And thank you again." Then all of them bowed to you all. Thank you.
She bows back
And then this man
to
said,
them
"Thank you."
and wishes for them to, you know, good luck and good fortune. And she tells them to tell Lord Daiso about what has happened here so they can inform him that goblins are now encroaching on his territory as well.
"Mm. We will tell Lord Daiso about this. The goblins. They're getting too close to our borders now. And what are the Phoenix doing? Are they not protecting the lands from these creatures?" And then Sayo then got up. Then she didn't say a word the moment that he mentioned Phoenix. Then she just sat down again and didn't say a word. But after that, you all drank the sake, you all ate the deer meat, and it was really good, like cooked nicely. And then you all like took the rice, and the rice was already very made. After you all managed to vanquish the undead during that time, so the rice of the grain was really edible as you actually munched to it. Then you all took that long rest throughout the night, and throughout that night itself, yeah, and as you all like rested. Okay, who was holding the blade all this time? The Masamune?
That'll
Kuronai.
be no. I gave it to Anji's for safekeeping.
Oh, Anjin. Okay, so Anjin will be like cleaning it up and so on.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
throughout the whole night, Anjin, as you were making sure you were putting it, you were making sure the blade is clean because your speed is so old that even the strings of the blade itself was actually coming off. But you restring it back. But throughout that night, though, while you look back, it was nighttime. Everybody was drinking, enjoying, and talking. Roll for Arcana.
Gotcha.
DC 20.
20, 20, 20, 20,
20,
20, 20.
20.
Yes! 21. Best number ever.
Like you were cleaning it up, you're putting the blade back together again, you restring it, and you sense like some sort of energy like coursing on your fingertips, and you feel like tingling feeling like whoa. It's like, and you don't feel cold because it's not, but like it's as if that the blade was like glowing, and you look up into the sky, you see the moon itself like shining really ever brightly. It's as if the moon was like looking directly at you as you look at the blade. And you sense a need to make it better, but you felt as if that something have awakened within you, but you're unsure. But you put the blade down, and after making sure that it's safe, you put it back. You wrap it with the finest linen clothing you could find, given to you by the farmers. Then you went back to the campfire, and joined the others. Then thinking to yourself, what was the blade trying to tell you? And then, to be continued.
Thank you all so much, and we'll see you next week.